nothing can stop me. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Shout out to you, gentlemen, being here with your boy Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. This is going to be a great topic, gentlemen. There are people that are excellent at driving, but when it comes to NASCAR, you got to leave that up to the professionals. Some of you guys are great at poker, but when it comes to gambling, you realize you got to leave that up to the professionals. Some of you guys are excellent when it's time to change the oil, maybe some spark plugs of the car, or even change a tire. But when it comes to the true mechanics of a vehicle, you know you got to leave that up to the professionals. And when it comes to taking women back after women have cheated on you, let you down, disappointed you, I've learned you got to leave that up to the professionals. There are men out there that are professionals when it comes to taking a woman back after she's cheated. I'm not one. Many of us have been cheated on, but many of us are not professionals when it comes to taking women back. So we're going to talk about, would you take her back after she's cheated on you? Of course, we got videos to validate that, but we're going to also talk about 10 reasons why men do this. And I'll even add a little bit more to it. Why do men, when we go to other countries, why do we do this? You will not tolerate cheating in the United States, but I've seen so many of us take back and enter into strong relationships, and in some cases even have children with women in other countries that have cheated on you. We're going to talk about that here today on Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Shout out to all you guys that are here. Appreciate you gentlemen being here. Kind sirs. Appreciate you, kind sirs, being here. Let me turn that down a little bit. Let's get ready to get these shout outs in. Once again, tonight's topic is she cheated. She's begging for forgiveness. Will you take her back? Like I said, this is not only for you domestic brothers. This has to do with a lot of guys that are traveling internationally. And I see you guys time again, day in, day out, accepting the forgiveness or giving forgiveness to women in other countries that you would not dare give them forgiveness if they were back in the United States, Canada, or UK. Shout out to you guys and David in the building. Numero uno, number one in the building. Shout out also to my man being in the building. Shout out to you being number one supporter for the Eating with the $5 Love. He says, support great content. Appreciate you, Andre. I appreciate you too, brother. Let me see if I can get this pronunciation of your name correctly. Tulanius? Did I get that correct? Tulanius? If I got Tulanius correct, let me know, brother. Let me know. Say, Dre, you got it. Shout out to my man, Evan. What? Evan is in the house. Evan H is in the building, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Shout out to Evan being here. We know it's going to be a great show because we saw our brother Evan show up. And Evan said, if she cheats on you, get rid of her. If the DNA test comes back negative, get rid of her. The only one that has to deal with her is her padre, her father. Never become a simp, which many men do. This is the age of the simp. Respect yourself. Let her be another man's headache. Yes. Evan, if we could get this across to a lot of men on an international scale, manhood will be able to make a comeback like America after Trump's tariffs. If we could get men, if we can get Trump to back off these tariffs, and we can get men to start standing up and not taking some of these ladies back on an international scale, life with men would be a lot better. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Let's scroll back up toward the top. We got my man Kenny Peoples, always sending me some great content that motivates the next level of content. He said, man, oh man, shout out to my brother. We're going to be live on our brother No Excuses show. Shout out to my man Rob. We're going to be live on his show next week. Great topic he has. So, Rob, if you get a chance, drop the link to your channel so guys can subscribe. We got 28 people in here. Therefore, if you're not part of No Excuses, that means 28 of us should be subscribing to this brother's channel. I'm going to say that again. We are black male media. We ain't got nobody but each other. If we don't subscribe, for 9 times out of 10, ain't no white brother going to do it. Black females, no, they ain't going to subscribe, not that often. And when they do, they just subscribing to be nosy. The Latin community, some speak in Espanol, some speak English. Habla Inglés. So you don't know who you're going to get in the Latin community. And you know, white women, just like black women, they only go subscribe to be nosy. When it comes to black male content, we ain't got nobody but each other. So when one of us drop the link to our channels, brothers, subscribe. Let's support each other. Even though you may not look at that person's videos initially, you never know what you'll need that channel for down the line, down the turnpike. So with my brother, No Excuses, as well as other like Ronin Travels, Mr. O just living, when those brothers drop their links to their channels, make sure we support each other. Because I kid you not, every person on every live stream, that if they drop a link, especially a black male, I'm subscribing. It may not have nothing to do with what I'm interested in, but that brother gonna get a new subscriber. You bet that. Shout out to my man Ghostface, my uncle in the building. Shout out to you being here. He said, what up, though? Sound like a Detroiter talking.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Do not forget, tonight is Friday night drink in hand. Do not have your boy here drinking by himself. Solo. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys also, my man Kofa in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. GJ is in the building representing. I saw you earlier when I first came in. And he said, GJ says this. He said, identify weak males. Yeah, identifying weak males, of course, will talk back. Of course, we'll take her back from cheating. Of course, I'll provide for all her kids, including the ones that aren't mine. I told you about the true story of the guy that I know. He's an older gentleman now. He's about 70 right about now, but he left his first wife while he was cheating with this sexy, beautiful, fine Coke bottle of a sister, right? Fine. She was 21. He was working in the factories. I mentioned this story before. He was working in the factories of GM for 40-something years, making plenty of money. He left his wife for the young 21-year-old. Young 21-year-old was in church. You thought she was just Miss Innocent, right? Here's the kicker. While she was in church, and this was a church where some of her friends went to it. I mentioned this story a month ago. Some of his friends went to. Partners, it's your partners. Go to that same church. Deacons. 21-year-old gets pregnant. While he's at work at GM, this woman gets pregnant by one of his friends that are one of the church deacons, the sneaking deacon. Has the baby, he forgives her, and he keeps her in the family. 2 years later, in the church, 2 years later, she gets pregnant again by another deacon. He keeps her. She ain't looking fine no more. She done had them 2 babies. Now she looking American fat girl. She was 21 and fine. Now she like 26, 27 and fat as a horse. Fat as a cow, that is. I don't want to insult the horses. So that's 2 babies, but 2 of his boys in his church that ain't his, and he forgave her, kept her in the house, raised those kids. They did end up having 1 child that were their own. Raised those kids to this day. The son that they did have grew up, saw what his daddy did. My daddy forgave chicks. My daddy was a simp. I guess I'll simp out too. True story. All this I'm telling you is a true story. This ain't nothing far-fetched. I know these people. I'm very close to these people. And no, it's not in my family. Son grows up. He is with the sexiest chocolate chick in the little city. But she is throwing it everywhere. And every dude in the city, all his boys, everybody else is knocking her down. But he is so in love with her, he can't see it. She gets pregnant. Everybody in the town is telling him, that's not your shorty, man. That is not your shorty. Doesn't matter what they say. Just like his daddy, he did the same thing. He's raising another man's kid. He doesn't want to know the DNA test or nothing. Because if my daddy was a simp, then dang it, and he was good enough to be a simp, why can't I keep the lineage of simping going? Some of y'all are 3rd generation simps. So we're going to talk about at least 10 reasons. And like I said, we're going to watch some videos, but we're going to talk about at least 10 reasons why you guys have this bad habit of just forgiving women after they cheat and keep cheating and keep cheating. And you guys even more, you do that more internationally than you do it locally. You know she's still smashing her Colombian dude. You know she's still letting the Dominican dude run deep up in her. Her Dominican dude, you think you run deep up in her when you in Dominican Republic? You don't run nowhere near as deep as he run up in her. And what happens? You find out about it, and you don't go nowhere. He says pronounce he said Terlonkius. Terlonius. Let me write that down because I don't want to mess it up anymore. Terlonius. Thank you, brother. Terlonius. And I know it's got a definition behind that term, so I'm definitely going to look that up. He said it's just Theonius. He said, but because with TR at the beginning. Okay. He said, but you were close, Andre. You were close. Shout out to you, Dre. Shout out to my man T-Mac being in the building as well. He said, always got my support for your content, big bro Dre. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate that. Abraham, I didn't get a chance to listen to your messages today. That's why I didn't respond to them. I just was so busy getting everything ready. But I will be responding to them. Shout out to Abraham and Mom. Shout out to Abraham and Mom. Appreciate seeing you guys smiling, happy, having a great time here in Cali, Colombia. Shout out to you. That's what I'm talking about. Family having a good time. Yes, sir. Let's continue scrolling down, giving you guys some shout outs for the intros. Also, my man GJ says this. He says, send me your baby daddy's cash out so I can just give him the money directly. For real. Shout out to Jay Bird being in the building. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you too, brother. Peace and blessings. And we got my man Ellis in the building. I'm doing something right. He said she cheating and the baby mama and Dre she cheated and the baby mama in Dre's voice, for real. That's serious, man. That is so serious. Shout out to my man El Patron in the building. He said, let's get it. Woo woo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said Dre about to make dudes mad with this one. Oh man, dude's gonna be hotter than fish grease, hotter than Crisco, hotter than lard. I know it's gonna be some dudes angry. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch the numbers. The numbers at 46. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it up to 90 and then drop down to 23. Dudes gonna be in their feelings today. Feelings, nothing more. Shout out to my man Garfield. He said, hell no, I ain't taking no woman back. Alexis says this. He said, what up, everyone in the chat? Here, chat lives matter. Shout out to you, Alexis, being in the building. Garfield said, hell no, I will not take her back. The passport is the best revenge. Yes, sir. I'm with you on that one. Shout out to my man Black Empowerment 01. He said, I'm on time for once. Shout out to you, brother. Glad that you get here. And Black Empowerment said, hell no, I'm not taking her back either. Shout out to my man Brett Ross of the Ross family, first of his name, in the year of our Lord, 2025 AD. Shout out to you. Good evening to you. Oh, like what? Total stranger pop up. My man. My dude is in the building. We must be doing something right tonight. Yes, sir. He say, no, can't go backwards. Can't do it. I am FF is in the building as well. 1981. What up, Dre and chat? TGIF. Yes, sir. Thank God it is Friday. Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Twan in the building. Shout out to you. Salute to you, kind sir, as well. Salute to you. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see. My man from Providence in the building. Salute to you as well, brother. I was just laughing at Evan say, not afraid of no tariffs. Yeah, you're in another country. We ain't afraid of no tariffs. Shout out to my man MV being in the building. Shout out to you. He said I wouldn't get back. He said I wouldn't go back to that question. Yeah, for real. Seriously. Yeah, the sneaker dudes, true story. I know the kids. I saw them. I met the kids when they were. One was 9. The little girl was 9, and the boy was 11. And the older one that they had together was like 13, 14. So the boy they had was theirs together. But the second boy and the little girl, now they're all adults now. You know, it's been years, but they weren't his. They were his friends from church. I'll say this again. These were friends that actually worked with him at the plant, at the GM plant, and also were going to the same church with him, and they was running through his wife. If you met that woman on a creep move, and you leave your wife for the creep move, you a fool. You leave your wife for a side chick. You ain't think that evil was gonna come back on you. And to this day, he's still paying the piper for that one. And then his son, the oldest one, grew up and did the exact same thing. She loves holy pennies. Oh, penises. Yeah, she does love the church penises. Yeah, she does. Yeah, him crazy. Seriously. He say some real simpery going on here. That was simping on a whole nother level, man. Kid you not. I kid you not. That's what got me when it went to the next generation and the son. You can't everybody telling the son like everybody's telling the son who the father is. The dude who the father is telling the son, listen, that's my son. That's not your son. But since the guy doesn't want a DNA, he wants to pay all the bills, and the female is in the streets, bruh. This how much this dude is a simp. He want to be around this. Dude, I kid you not. He want to be around this son, which is not his, so much that he will be at the chick's crib sleeping on the floor. True story. Sleeping on the floor at the chick's crib just to be around the baby and try to keep the woman from sleeping with somebody else. She would not let him sleep in her bed. After she had the baby, she said, I don't want no relationship. I'm done. He didn't care. I would sleep on the floor in your apartment and pay bills in your apartment. And I'll pay for everything for the baby. But I don't need to know proof who the father is when everybody in the community knows who the father is. He's never, the dude who's the actual father never denied it. Never denied it. That's how bad simping is in the United States. He said, I will forgive after they've gone out of my life. Forgiving ain't the same as staying with them or taking them back. Absolutely correct. You can forgive somebody. You ain't got to be mean or evil, but that don't mean that you have to take them back and bring them back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my man Oscar in the building. Shout out to my man Oscar being here. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to you, kind sir, as well. Fabian in the building representing. Shout out to you, them Tampa boys. You know how we do. Checking in from Tampa, Florida. Let's go right here.
We in Tampa, 813, Trigger City. Let's get it.
Them Canadian boys at it again.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
All you Texas boys out there and you Phoenix boys. Chi-Town, you know how we do. Stand up, Midwest.
And you say Shot City? Shot City? Shot City?
You dirty South dudes from Kentucky on down. You Carolina dudes. All you Louisiana dudes. Shout out to you guys.
What you really know about the dirty South? What you really know about the dirty South?
And we cannot forget the West Coasters all the way to the top of the state of Washington, all the way down to San Diego. Shout out to all you brothers out here. As well, let's not forget about all the New Yorkers, the Connecticut's, the Phillies. I got to drop a link. I got Kenny Anderson. Kenny. People sent me some information on some links and some songs I can drop for you East Coasters. So I'm gonna get that done. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to my man Evan once again with the $20 love. Evan says this. He said, always remember that you don't owe them anything, any forgiveness. Do not reward hyena behavior, gentlemen. He said, happy wife, happy life is a feminist scam. Absolutely correct. He said, do not let her have you wrapped around her finger. Oh, okay, there we go. Wrapped around her finger. I refuse that simp, sucker, and stepdad lifestyle. I like how he put that. Do not be a simp. Do not be a sucker. Do not be a stepdad. That's in any country, gentlemen. I see you guys making that same mistake as well when you're in other countries. You do simp when you're in other countries. You do behave like suckers. Many of us, not all of us, not even most of us, but there's enough of us that act like suckers in other countries. And there are enough of you mother that love playing the stepdaddy. You might not be married in another country, but I swear you love getting with a hot chick and take care of her kids like they're your kids. I see y'all dude, y'all, that one. Hey, Evan, that one. That is no lie. These dudes love playing stepdaddy. All you dudes, you can listen. Like we said, it's gonna be a lot of offended dudes on this live stream. It's gonna be a lot of hurt souls on this live stream. This is a place of truth.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, yeah. Oh yeah.
This has been established as a place of truth. We do barbershop talking here. See, we often hear guys say stuff. This is why I call it barbershop talk. I kid you not. The reason why I call it barbershop talk is this reason. We as men often do pillow talk with our women. That's pillow talk. A lot of times you with your homeboys and you say certain things to your homeboys, right? But when you in a barbershop, we weigh the truth to see if it's false or true. Is Kobe the best? LeBron or Jordan? Who's the best quarterback of all time? We weigh the options of everything. It's not just your boys who will agree with you all the time. It's not your girl who's going to agree with you because she pillow talking. In the barbershop, it's no holds bar. Men of different ages and different stages of life from different parts of the city and the different parts of that probably was raised in different parts of the country all come together in a barbershop. And whether we agree or disagree, you can't lie to us. We ain't your girlfriend. You can't lie to us. We ain't your homeboys that agree with everything that you dang near said. This the barbershop now, bruh. These are people that some of these dudes you don't even know until you go into the barbershop. So this is why I call what we do on this channel barbershop talk. You can talk all that what you want to on other channels. If it's on all female channel, you can say whatever you want. Girls, I agree with y'all ladies. Men should step up and take care of black kids and agree with Umar all you want. But on this channel, we're going to put you on the Libra scale and weigh your BS. And if you tell them the truth and we wrong, we ain't got no problem with admitting that we wrong. But if we right, then you might as well suck it up and be a man, because that's how it's done in the barbershop. Don't nobody run crying out the barbershop. You just stand there and you suck it up like a man. No Diddy. Take that. Shout out to my man Jason Henderson of the Henderson family in the year of our Lord 2025. Jason, the first of his name. Shout out to you, brother. He said, yo, Andre, about to cook always in drive. Yes, sir. You guys already know. You already know. We're about to get to this subject matter in a second. Like I said, the first thing we're going to look at, we're not going to look at the videos first. First thing we're going to talk about is why men take women that cheat back. I don't care what country it is. You dudes do this in Thailand, though you don't do it in the United States. You'll do it in DR, even though you don't do it in Canada. You'll do it in Philippines, Kenya, Spain. Let one of them fine Portuguese chicks get a hold of you. You will take her back, even though you know when you gone, she smashing a little something, or being smashed by two of them African Portuguese dudes. But you will still take her back soon as you get off that plane, won't you? We've seen that happen in DR, even though you from UK. So I'm not saying anything that's far-fetched, and I'm not saying anything that we don't know. You thought you were going to come to this live stream, and I was just going to only talk about America or Canada. Oh, I know in America y'all don't accept cheating. I got that. I know in America y'all ain't trying to be baby daddies. I mean, stepfathers. I know that. In Canada, y'all ain't trying to be dealing on this cheating. So y'all thought I was going to just talk about y'all country so y'all could be all the fuzzy feelings and you could be comfortable, huh? No. This is an international channel. I see how you act internationally. So we're going to talk about it from an international point of view. And internationally, for all you brothers that don't travel a lot, your brothers are a disappointment in other countries. Sometimes I see you dudes and I just want to knock my head like, and I can't say nothing to you because I know how emotional you gonna get because you was raised by a single mother like I was. So you was raised in the place of emotion. So I can't tell you the truth. You ready to fight me, but you won't fight the truth. Truth telling you that you ain't nothing but a international simp, sucker, and stepdad, like my man Evan just said, and you will still try to fuss at me and cuss at me in public. Don't get mad at me because you simping in another country. This is my woman. That's the community's woman, bro. And so we're going to talk about 10 reasons why men have a bad habit internationally of taking women back. Shout out to all 49 of you guys that are in here in the building. Shout out to you. David says this. David says a lot of dudes have no respect for themselves. Preach. So they take back devious, like the Beastie Boys says, she's crafty chicks. You take them back. Y'all love them. Because you think that you might not get another one like her or something. I don't know. But let's get ready to look at this list. Number one thing is that reason why men take women back is because of emotional attachment. Despite the betrayal, some men still love their partner intensely. I don't care what she did. I don't care how many kids she had behind my back or in front of my face. Dre, I don't care what you're talking about, bro. I'm going to still take my Venezuelan back. I'm going to still take my Portuguese chick back. I don't know what you're talking about, Dre. You talking crazy. This is madness, Dre. This brother Dre, I love you, brother. I'm taking my Brazilian back with the big samba legs, looking like she been in the gym all her life. I'm not about to turn them legs away. I don't care what she doing. I ain't around. I ain't see nothing. Some of you dudes are so emotionally attached to a woman, to a loser. She will always be a winner in your eyes. You are so attached to a loser, she will always be a winner in your eyes. Okay. If she's such a catch, how come none of the locals caught her? Now, you got certain women like Andrea that's like, I only want to be with somebody internationally so I can learn internationally, I can grow internationally. So there are women that purposely say, I want to be with a man on an international scale from another race or another culture so they can learn things from me and I learn things from them. I got them. I understand those ladies. They're strategic. They know what they want. They went to school to learn English, and so they could be internationally and relate on the international scale. They have done business like women like Paola in Medellin. Does business with foreigners. So 9 times out of 10, Paola is going to probably fall in love with somebody from another country. Why? Because that's the circle in which she kind of like surrounds herself as far as business. So I wouldn't be surprised with that. But some dudes, you got with the loser. She been losing with the locals her whole life. She been losing with the locals her whole life. Ain't nobody in her country looked at her like she was a catch. Yes, she fine. How come ain't nobody picked her up? Her baby daddy didn't. You telling me that as fine as your Brazilian woman is, as fine as she is, ain't no Brazilian dude. I could see if she was married or in a long-term relationship and it ended like, I was with my man for like 6 years, but he didn't want to settle down. So, I decided to move on. I can respect the Brazilian woman on that. I really can. If you got you a Brazilian woman, you got you a Peruvian woman, Peruvian anyone, I could see you got a Peruvian woman. And she was married. It just didn't work out. I can respect that. But if you got somebody that is that fine, that hot, and I'm talking about she ain't pay for play, she ain't for the streets, she ain't out there wilding. I'm talking about she is that fine. And ain't none of the locals picked her up. You need to ask yourself, why is that? Because none of the local men had an emotional attachment to that woman. None of them. None of them. None of them. Not one local dude is sitting back thinking like, man, I wish I'd have scooped her up before that American got off the plane. Ain't no local dudes jealous of y'all. Some of y'all dudes actually really think that your woman's so fine that local dudes tripping. Man, if y'all go down to that Peru, man, them dudes gonna be tripping. Y'all taking their ladies. No, they not. Why? Because they see the type of lady you taking. They looking at you like, oh, you can have that one. Oh, that one over there? You can have that one too. We done ran through that one before for about a good 16 years. So yeah, you can have her. Some of y'all think y'all getting keepers and not even noticing ain't nobody in her own country trying to catch her. I'll say it again. You think she's a keeper, nobody in her own country is trying to catch her. That's one of the ways you need to examine. She ain't got no exes trying to holler at her, like no exes on her phone, like regular women in the States. They always got an ex trying to, yeah, baby, I still love you, girl. Your girl ain't got no exes trying to holler at her. that's trying to say, it was me, girl. I messed up. It was me. They ain't got nobody hitting that phone up. Only you getting off that plane, sucker stroking for her. You, the only one. In other words, number one is a lot of times guys are able to get cheated on by women in the States or internationally because the woman knows you'll forgive her because of, number one, emotional attachment. You are so emotionally attached to this woman, whether it was because you sent her so much money over the years or because you've come down and she gave you some of the best intimacy. You know, she sucked it from the back. You're like, oh my God, I ain't never had nobody pull my dick back there and suck it from the back. I only saw that on Pornhub. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. She made me cry 3 times. I got you. She made you cry 3 times. I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. She cooked for you. She introduced you to her mama and her 3 daughters. I got you, dog. Every time you land in Brazil, she at the airport. Got you. You ain't never had nobody in the States cook for you. Nobody in the States. Come, let's be for real. You done had some good women in the States, but they never did for you what the international women have done for you. And so now you're emotionally attached, even though you don't live there. I'm going to let that one go again before I go to my man, Evan. Now you're emotionally attached, even though you don't live there. Do not get emotionally attached until you know that's the country that you're definitely would at least try to live there. And I'm not putting any stipulations. That's why I use the term try. I'll tell you why. Some of you dudes get emotionally attached to a female in Colombia, right? You think that I'm moving to Colombia until you take that first trip to DR and you done forgot all about Colombia. But you got emotionally attached to Colombia, but you really like the island of DR. You ain't messing with no other female in DR. You just like DR. You like the island life. But now you emotionally attached to this chick in Colombia. What to do? Some of you dudes are in Brazil. You get emotionally attached to Brazilian. I mean, y'all make a good couple. Y'all make a real good couple. But Brazil, the country, even though you've been to several parts, it's just not catching you like the Philippines does. And so you like, my heart is want to live in the Philippines, but I got this Brazilian chick. And she ain't got her visa yet. I mean, she ain't got her passport yet. So I either got to get her a passport, and I don't even know she wanted to leave with me because she got, I'm playing a stepdaddy, which I shouldn't be doing. She got a little girl in kindergarten. She just put her kid in school in Brazil. So I can't just up and take her with me with her little shorty. And they got kids, so you got to have approval from the father in Brazil to take his little girl internationally, which he may not see his little girl ever again. Because you fell in love with a Brazilian chick, but you want to live in the Philippines, and the actual father is going to say, hell no, you ain't taking my beautiful, cute little girl from me. Oh, y'all didn't think about that, huh? When y'all start messing with the baby mamas, y'all ain't think about the fathers having rights. And you cannot take a child under the age of 16 across international waters without the written consent of the father. The father. And that's any country for the most part. One parent can't just throw the kids' passports up there, throw her passport up there, and you can travel. Not across international waters, you ain't. Mama end up in jail trying to sneak kids out of the country. You didn't think about that, did you? You just thought about falling in love with the female, and I just have her come sit. No, it's not that simple. Some of you dudes that are having women fall in love with you, knowing that you don't love that country yet, you're making a big mistake. Find your country first. I don't care if you smashing this chick, but do not get emotionally attached to somebody in which you know you're not attached to that country. Because if you stay there with her in that country, you're going to be highly upset and bitter. You're going to be flying to the Philippines on a regular. She can't go with you. Now the relationship is strained because you fell in love with a woman in a country in which you really aren't sure that that's the back cave for you. So I always let guys know, first thing you want to do, fall in love with find which country that you really love when it comes to if you were to ever relocate. If you were to ever relocate, would that be one of your top 3 countries? If it's not, stop trying to do extra courting in that country, because in the end, you're going to end up hurting yourself. I kid you not, and I see guys do that all the time. Do not make that mistake. Shout out to my man No Limit in the building. He says, a young dude, he said, love the advice from OG. Salute to you too, kind sir. Salute to you too. Let's go back to our sponsor of the night so far. Shout out to my man Evan with the $49.50 love. Yes, sir. Shout out to Evan, always supporting the channel. Evan says this. He said, when a male lion takes on a new pride, he kills off all the cubs from the previous pride or the previous king. Yes, he does. He said, because the male lions refuse to be a stepdad, he said, it's not in our nature to raise another man's family. It's just not us. He said, plantation programming at its worst. Start your own family. Yes, gentlemen, start your own. You can have you can have a kid all the way up until your dying days. Up until your dying days. I've been with Andrea for 7 years. She's just cracking the 30 threshold. She always hear me say, Andrea just turning 30. She's just turning 30. We got enough time to have a couple kids. We didn't have to rush in our first 7 years. We want our marriage to be strong, not our parenting to just be strong. I'm gonna say that again. We didn't want to have kids super early because we didn't want our parenting to just be strong. We want our marriage to be strong first. So when we do have kids, the parenting, and I kid you not, I'm so glad that we didn't have kids right out the gate. Even though we both love kids, I'm so glad we didn't have kids out the gate, because there are certain things about my personality Andrea had to kind of like catch on, like double dutch. And then it was time for Andrea to learn about me and my personality. Then okay, I got it. Then it was Andrea's turn. And so I had to learn her person. So now I know Andrea's quirks and this and that and that. And I know how she'll be as a parent. And she know how I'll be as a parent. If we had did that early and still didn't even know each other as a couple, oh, bruh, me and Andrea wouldn't have made it. Our personalities are so the same and yet so different. I'm animated. Andrea is more stoic. She's more ladylike stoic. I'm more like certain areas. I pick and choose my battles. Andrea notices every little thing. And not in a bad way. She's just extremely observant, like a school principal, right? So we both have learned in this marriage to kind of like do our dance. If we had thrown 2 kids in the mix early, it would have been a bad move. So that's why it's so cool for me at 57. I'm a dude. I can have a kid anytime. To have a 30-year-old woman, and we had 7 years prior to enjoy marriage by ourselves. So now we're about to walk into the next phase of our marriage. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, start your own families, dude. I know why it's so hard. I ain't met the one that's that fine. I did the stepdaddy in the States, but internationally, no, bruh. My man T-Bag says this Colombian dynamic is not the same as being a co-parent in the U.S. Absolutely correct. Shout out to my man Brave Boy. He said this. He said, got a homie with a hard head that took his wife after multiple dudes, took back his wife after multiple dudes had hit and quit. Took her back. He's going through it right now. He said, I didn't hate to say, I told you so. A man can cheat and still love his woman. A woman will cheat and she don't love you because she ain't got no respect for you. Your respect days are over. Yeah, I'm gonna say this again. If you take her back, women are like this. Women ask you to take them back even as a test. And if you take them back, your days of respect are over. It don't matter if you say to her years later, but you cheated, but you were dumb enough to take me back. And she will look at you every day that you were dumb enough to take her back. So number one is you guys being emotionally attached. Number two is hope for change. Some of you dudes take women back because you hope that she change. You trust that your partner is genuinely repentful, remorseful, doesn't want to do that again, especially if she shows the actions and the effort to try to rebuild. Some of you dudes will take this woman back because you hope that she changed. Some of you dudes will date a pay-for-play hoping that she changed from being a pay-for-play. Some of you dudes will date a party girl in the Philippines hoping that you met her as a party girl. I'll say it again. You met her as a party girl. Let me change the music up. That's the intro music. You met her as Miss Party Girl, and there's nothing that's saying that she gonna stop partying. But you hope that she's changed from the party girl behavior, the party girl lifestyle. You hoping that she's a little bit different. She ain't, bruh. I'm gonna say that now. I'm gonna get that one out the way. She ain't. She has not changed. She ain't gonna lie to you like she changed. She ain't gonna pretend that she's changed. And the only one that's changed is you to accept her back. I don't know why you think that because you accept her back, things have changed. No. You do know a lot of times women only want to come back after they got caught. Say that again. If she wouldn't have got caught, she'd have still been in that marriage the first go round. She would have never told you that she was out there getting her back blew out. Every time you looked at foreign woman, okay, I'm gonna be dirty with you on you. Every time you smash your foreign woman, you know how you like to eat that booty. You know how you like to eat that booty, spread it open, eat that booty. You like to lick that coochie from the back. I got you. I'm with you, brother. Freaky, freaky, dicky. On some freaky, dicky. I got you. Check it out. You do realize that same booty that you kissing, when you get off that plane, that's that same booty that the local dude was nutting on not even 48 hours before you got off that plane. You do know that, right? I'm just being real. I ain't being gross. I'm just trying to be honest with you. We're talking barbershop talk. We're in the barbershop. You do realize when she's cheating on you while you're back in the States. Now, I'm not saying every woman does that because there are a lot of good women that ain't out in them streets like that. But you decide to get you a street girl. There are so many women that will not cheat on you in these other countries, but you decide to get you a girl from the bar in Thailand. You want to get a bar girl? Okay, cool. Ain't nobody tripping. Yes, she is sexy. Yes, she got bigger breasts than the average Thai chick. Got you. She got a little curve to her too, don't she? And she got a little height. I got you. Cool. You do realize when you got off that plane, you start licking that butthole and that coochie from the back. That's that same butt that another man was nutting on not even 48 hours before your plane landed. She's not going to change, bro. Let her go so you can go find you somebody serious, Stop trying to make bar girls into full-time babes and boos. This my boo. This my bae. Stop trying to turn bar girls into bae. Stop trying to turn bar girls into bae. Smash the bar girls. Have fun with the bar girls. Party with the bar girls. Get you a threesome, foursome in with the bar girls. But do not think you're going to take a bar girl and have her change. And then if she asks you to forgive her, baby, forgive me, baby, and you forgive her, that she's going to respect you. It's not going to happen. I don't know why men think because I forgive that she's going to forget that I forgave. She's going to be more critical on you for forgiving her than you on leaving her. She can sit back and say, well, I cheated because you ignored me. You weren't showing me. She could use all them excuses. But when you take her back, she looking at you like boo-boo the fool. Come on, one Mike. They know I'm telling the truth. Sitting up there giving her rim jobs the best thereof. She's squirming, shaking. You got your tongue just deep up in her booty, don't you? I understand you freaky dicky. Freaky dicky Petey. Freaky dicky Petey, check it out. Tongue deep up in her booty. She's squirming and shaking. She's shedding tears. As if she ain't had no sex in months since you've been there to DR. And you falling for it. You thinking because she's squirming and shaking, she ain't had no sex. That's why she going crazy. Nah, bro, it does feel good to her. That's why she's squirming and shaking, because it feels good. Not because she ain't had no sex. She had sex 48 hours before you even got off the plane. You ain't think that. Take it from the ex-boy toy. For years. You think I wouldn't get my last nut off of a female before her husband got home? Before she had to be out to leave? You think I wouldn't tell her, let me get one more in. Let me get one more in. I know your husband don't put it in your booty, but I'm gonna put, let me get one more. Let me bust one more. Come on, girl, stop it. I'm trying to be late. I gotta go home and cook. Come on, one more. Just one more again. Just one more. Boo. If I was like that and we was in the same city, what do you think the dude in Thailand you think he ain't saying the same thing I was saying? You think her boy toy in Thailand, I can't do this. I can't do, oh my God. Oh, okay, one more again. Okay, one more again. You think that dude ain't getting a one more again? And then here you go. She at the airport. You get off the plane. She running up to you, laughing, giggling, as if nothing happened. You in the DR airport just laughing, giggling, you smiling away. That night, you got your tongue deep in that booty, don't you? Freaky dicky Petey. That man was nutting on that woman's butt and in that butthole 48 hours before you got your tail off that plane. She ain't changed, and she ain't gonna change. Get you a regular chick that don't move like that. That's what my point is. Get you a regular chick that doesn't move like that. Shout out to my man, Rob, No Excuses in the building. Make sure you guys subscribe to my brother's channel. I'm going to be live on his show with a bunch of other brothers. We got a great topic this Wednesday, so I want you guys to be supportive. Shout out to you, brother. Is it Wednesday or Monday? I think it's Monday. He said, Rob said this. He said, I forgave cheating. He said, but cheated once years later, but she didn't forgive me. So when it was his turn to be forgiven, she ain't forgive. He said, lesson learned. He said, no more second chances. That's a good point, brother. Sometimes we'll end up forgiving them of stuff that they won't even forgive us of. Shout out to my man Tim in the building. What up, Tim? What up to you, kind sir? What up to you? And Bobby Coltrane of the Coltrane family says this. He said, I'll never forgive and never forget I'm overlooked. He said, I overlooked a lot of things, but that ain't one thing. That ain't one of them things that I want. That's not one of them. No cheaters ever. A lot of us have standards. A lot of us have standards, gentlemen. Let's go on to number 3 before we get to the videos. Number 3 is fear of losing her permanently. Some of you dudes take the Brazilian chick back with the thick legs because you scared that you're going to lose her permanently. The thought of her being with someone else or never reconnecting with you drives you crazy. Some of you dudes will stay with that nasty Brazilian chick because you ain't man enough to let another man go and smash through her, even though you know other men have been smashing through her. I'll let that sink in. You know your Brazilian chick is cheating, meaning dudes running through her, but you refuse to let her go because dudes will run through her. Make that make sense? Could you make that make sense? Dude already running deep through her. Dudes are already running through her. She was being run through before you met her. She was being run through while you're with her. And you worried about her getting ran through after you leave? As if it's not going to happen? So you force yourself to stay around with somebody you know that's going to be run through. Dude, it used to amaze me, even in the States, how many dudes will forgive chicks that I was running through. You husbands and boyfriends and baby mamas, dude, y'all would kiss the chick. She would come back like a month later. Andre, my husband, check it out. Here's the one I used to always get. I talked to my husband. No, chick, you got caught. I talked to my husband. We're going to try to work our marriage out. And I would be like, true stories. Cool. Work your thing out. I'm happy for y'all. Good for y'all. Months later, hey, big head, I thought you was working things out with your husband. Are we going to talk about him or are we going to talk about us? Come on through. I owe you no allegiance. She does. Don't be mad at me because I was boy toying. I owe you. I don't even know you. I owe you. You should be looking out for the brothers. I don't need to be looking out for none of you motherfuckers. If you don't know how to keep your woman or when to let her go, that's on you. And I'm going to say that again. As a boy toy, I learned this. There's a time to keep your woman and try to work on it. And there's a time to let that heifer go. And a lot of you dudes, most of you dudes would not let her go, just like with number 3, just like in other countries, because you do not want to see life without her permanently. That just blows you away. The fear of losing her permanently, you can't fathom the thought. So you would rather turn a blind eye to me still running deep up in your baby mama or your girlfriend or your wife than to let her go. And there's a lot of y'all out there. And most men don't talk about that. Most men don't talk about that. You know that Colombiana is cheating. You refuse to let her go. The self-respect of man these days, plummeting like a Learjet on his way down. Plummeting. Tim says this. He said they lose respect for us when we take them back every time. Every time. Every time. You want to have lost respect? Go on, take her back. Go on, take her, player. You could be 6'4", muscle bound. Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. My name is Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. It doesn't matter, bruh. All the respect that she would have had for you for letting her go is gone if you don't let her go. Shout out to my man Mike says this. He said, I would leave her alone and make her go crazy about me. Boom. When I'll pull away and not look back. Absolutely correct. Let her stand there with all her conjunctions. But, and, if. Yeah. Let her stand there with all those conjunctions. Don't waste your time, brothers. I kid you not. Do not waste your time. And I know I'm sounding coarse and hard. I tell you what's hard. Lying to yourself. That's hard. Y'all think what I'm saying tonight is hard. We just on number 3. You think what I'm saying is hard. What's hard is when these cameras go off and some of you dudes are still lying to yourself about that chick in DR. What's hard is when these cameras go off and you got to go on the phone and you doing video chats with this chick right after this live stream. You do a video chats with that chick in Thailand because it's morning over in Thailand, and you know that chick getting ran through. Okay. If it was that easy for you to get the coochie, it's that easy for her to give the coochie to the next man. If it was that easy for you to get that bottle girl coochie in Europe while you was in Germany, is that easy for the next man to get that bottle girl's coochie in Germany. You guys want to play games and fall in love with beautiful bottom feeders, scammers, party girls, and hustlers. I ain't got nothing wrong with it, but it comes at a price. Instead of falling in love with a regular everyday woman, she's beautiful. The one that you trying to hit on, she's a 9 in Brazil. Instead of going ahead and get your Brazilian 6.5, a Brazilian 7, you always want to run to a Brazilian 10. There is no country in the world where 10 on the average is a good woman. Say that again. Name the country in the world that you can go to where a 10 on average in that country is a good woman. I'll wait. I ain't seen the country. I said I haven't seen the country where on a regular basis, if you walked up to 10 10s, 10 9s, they gonna be some quality women. Hell no. Some of the biggest headaches you will ever date are the women that look like a 9 physically and a 10 physically. And they got nothing else to offer because they always felt they ain't had the need. Ever since they was a little kid, they never had to offer nothing else to the world. Instead of going to Brazil and get you one of them fine Brazilian 6s, fine Brazilian 7s, a fine Brazilian 8, you steady trying to turn a 9 and a 10 into a housewife. How's that working out for you? I ain't seen none of that work out for none of y'all. I ain't seen nobody with a Colombian 10 and it worked out. Even Colombian dudes treat Colombian 10s as side chicks. I'll say that again. Even Colombian men got enough sense to realize I got my wife and my side chick is a 10, but she's just a toy. I can throw her away. I don't never see the 10s in Colombia with a ring on. I like how he said one. He said they don't know the difference between a 1 and a 10. And popping on New Guinea. Shout out to you. Mike says this. He said they go for the 9, where they got the ran by guys 9 times over. Been ran through. Let's go to the next one, guys. Number 4, low self-esteem and insecurities. Some men fear that they won't find someone else like her. We call that scarcity mindset. Some of you dudes think that the woman that you got in these countries is so rare that you'll never come across another one like her. Okay, let me word it like this. This is barbershop talk. We're gonna do it for real. Some of you big boys, You done finally got you a fine one, huh? I mean, you got to find one that really like you. And you blowing money on her. And I'm happy for you. But yeah, she cheating on your facts. Oh, yes, she is. Oh, yes, she is. And you think that it took you a long time to get somebody this fine. You couldn't get nobody that fine with your money in the States. Now you got somebody that fine and you in Panama. You got one of the finest Mexican chicks you done ever seen in your life. And you worried with your big ass because you ain't fine. You ain't, bro, you ain't going to nobody's gym. You are not getting up in the morning going for a walk. Drinking water? You? Hell no. You'll drink a beer before you drink some water. Everything you eat got carbs. You think oatmeal is protein. So you finally got you a fine one, huh? A fine one in DR, huh? She fine, ain't she? She fine. I ain't gonna lie to you. She is fine. Them big pretty eyes, woo, with dimples. I ain't mad at you, player. But you think because you got your first fine international chick, if you let her go, no matter how much money you got, your true self-esteem is so low that you think you'll never get another one. I'll often tell you guys, your first foreign woman is not often your final foreign woman. Let's say this again. A lot of you guys need to take notes on this one. Your first foreign woman is rarely your final foreign woman. Some of you dudes, y'all get y'all first or y'all second Venezuelan and you ain't moving nowhere. That's it. I'm done. I don't need to go to another country. I'm good. This Venezuelan twin, I'm smashing Venezuelan twins. I ain't going nowhere. You think because you got them Venezuelan twins and those were the first two women that you met when you came to Colombia, that's it. I'm done now. And then 3 years later, you bored as hell with these twins getting on your last nerve. Oh, they sexy. Oh, they are sexy. The sex game, Venezuelans with just one is crazy. Two? Dos? Oh, man, I know you losing your man in bed. You ziggity boom. But a couple years later, they work your last nerve. They work your last dollar. You just like, Ain't nobody tell you to fall for the first foreign woman that you got some coochie from other than the pay for play. You think I'm playing? Why is it that when the survey that Aaron from Black Men's Travel put together, you guys said 25% of y'all fell in love with the pay for play that y'all got when y'all first came to some of these countries? When you first came to a country and the first pieces of coochie you got was pay for play, 25% of y'all said, I fell in love with the pay for play chick. I knew she was pay for play. I knew she was a party girl. I knew she was on a scam. I knew she was a hustler. And 25, I'm not harping on this for years. I'm gonna ride this one out for a long time. So y'all gonna be hearing this talk. You're gonna hear me talk about y'all in regards to this one for quite a while. 25% of y'all asses said, I fell in love with I don't care if she was a prostitute. I don't care if she was throwing her body out there. I don't care how many dudes were getting off planes, running through her mouth. I don't care if dudes were busting her earlobe. I don't care if they were busting her elbow or in the back of her knees. I don't care if they were busting on her ankle or in between her toes. I am in love with that pay for play. I love her, Andre. I don't care what you say on your show. You do not know what you're talking about. I ain't never had nobody do that to me with my big. Yes, I am a big boy. And ain't none of the women in the United States, no matter how much money I made, treat me like that Venezuelan. She let me bust on her elbow. I ain't never had a chance to bust on no woman elbow. I bust on her elbow. So now you sitting up here elbow busting and losing your mind. I'm going to end this part with this. Do not let the first group, I don't even say the group of women that you meet in a country be the final woman or women that you're going to be with in the country. You guys are going to keep on getting hurt when you do that. You guys are going to keep on getting hurt. You be falling in love with the first or second, maybe the third chick you meet, and this is it. I'm good. I ain't going nowhere. What the hell wrong with you? You don't even know if you like the country yet. I say that again. You don't even know if you like that country yet. And you sit up here falling in love with pay for play and DR, and you don't even like living on an island. He said, Venezuelan women have pride on a different level. Yes, they do. They will ride that pride off a cliff. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. T-Mac also says this. He said, anyone who lives in Colombia knows that fine women are not even close to being rare. He said, after living in Colombia 3 years, I have only dated fine women. Correct. He said, I have no hesitation about letting problems go. And if that one is a problem, he lets them go. Let's go on to number 5. Number 5 is this. And once again, we're going to hit the videos tonight as well. Thank you guys for the support by way of PayPal, Cash App. I haven't even hit the Cash App, brothers, yet. I want to hit that up in a second. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 reason why men take back women that cheat on them, whether it be nationally or internationally: financial and practical dependence. You shared so many assets. You got a kid by her. You got a lifestyle that you built with her. So it makes it way more difficult because you've been to theme parks. You done flew that Colombiana from Medellin to Cartagena. Y'all done a couple of Cartagena trips. You done flew her to DR. You done flew your little Thai girl to the Philippines and back. You done flew your little Kenyan chick. You done took her to Tanzania. And now you emotionally connected because you are financially connected. You spent money on her. You know, us men, our money is part of who we are. In other words, our resources, not just cash, our resources. So now you shared resources with her. Shout out to my man Aiken in the building. You shared resources with her, and now look at where you are now. She still cheated. You flew her to DR. She still cheated. You flew her from the Philippines to Thailand or Thailand to the Philippines. She still cheated. You flew her from Nigeria to whatever country she went to, Morocco. And she still cheated, didn't she? And you don't let her go. Why? Because you are financially vested and emotionally vested. A lot of you dudes, I listen. I sit back and I listen to y'all when y'all come talk to me when y'all here or when we're on the phone, when we're doing consultations. A lot of you dudes, the reason why you keep her because you've invested so much into her is now nostalgia. I'll say that again. It's now good memories. I got a partner, man. I talked to a couple weeks ago. I could not get him to let that woman go who broke up with him for the longest. I'm going to say this again. She was cheating on him. He could not let it go because he kept on talking to me about the good times. They had only been together for a couple months. You'd have thought they had a 30-year marriage, the way he was talking. But, I remember the time she was cooking because, she's a chef and she was over here cooking for her brother. I remember that time. I was like, okay. So you found a woman that actually did what adults do and adults cook? Okay. Yeah, and I remember that time he would just kept going on. I say, dude, I say, bruh, you do realize you was only with her for 2 months. But the way he was emotionally and financially vested, because he had moved her right on into his spot. Bought her this giant 6-foot teddy bear It's still in his bedroom after the breakup. I said, did you tell her to come get this damn bear? Did you tell her to come get this bear? I said, you sit up there smoking weed, getting high with the bear. You just sit up there looking at this big bear like it's Teddy Ruxpin. You so depressed, smoking your weed and talking to the bear in your bedroom. Some of you dudes get emotionally connected fast. To thyself be true. Since you know that about yourself, be ready to control or at least be careful in that area. I'm not saying this facetiously. I don't cheat. I'm in Colombia. All these fine chicks around me. You know why I don't cheat? I'm a greedy cheater. I'm a greedy cheater. See, I don't cheat not just because I love Andrea. I can love my wife and be in them streets just like you dudes. Men do it for centuries. So why you ain't out there cheating, Dre? Because I know me. I'm a greedy cheater. Ain't gonna be no 102. It's gonna be 102. Ain't gonna be no 1 or 2. It's gonna be 102, 103, 134. It's gonna be a whole lot of women. I know that I'm greedy. I ain't got no time for that. I ain't trying to put my woman through that. If I get with 100, if I get with 1 or 2, what's gonna stop Dre from getting 3? 3 ends up being 33. 33, let me go ahead and make that 103. That's how I think. So to yourself be true. So since I know that about myself, I don't put myself in situations like that for one to occur. Because if one occurs, 99 more will be behind that. I don't have the time for it. I can't accomplish what I need to accomplish. Being with all them chicks out. Let's be real. Some of us are like that. Some of us, let's be honest. Some of you dudes can cheat with 1 chick a year or 1 chick in 3 years. I ain't wired like that. It's going to be 51 in 3 years, 71 in 3 years. And since I know I don't have the time to, even if I was single, I don't have time for 71 women. I'm trying to accomplish something here. And now that I'm married, I'm not trying to put Andrea through that because I know in 71 women, somebody going to make a call to Andrea. Be quiet, Andrea. Somebody going to make 71 women, somebody going to call. I'm in love with your husband, girl. I don't need that headache. So guess where I am? In this chair. 14, 15 hours a day. When it's time for me to go to a gym or time to hang out with Andrea family, hang out with some of you guys, or hang out with some of my Colombian friends, that's what I do. Other than that, What's my motto? I don't cheat, I dance. I'll dance with beautiful women. That's as far as it'll go. Get on the dance floor. Once that dance is done, I walk my way, they walk their way. That's it. Why? To yourself, be true. In other words, how I started this off, if you know that you're a guy, that you have a tendency of being emotionally attached to a woman, whether she's pay for play or a good regular everyday woman, your emotions can't tell the difference. And I'm serious. I'm really serious, guys. If you know that you're wired to where your emotions cannot tell the difference between a woman that's a prostitute and a woman that's an everyday go to work, go to home woman, your emotions are the same for both. You need to put yourself in check and say, I got to be more careful with how I move and how I maneuver, because I know I get attached quick. Since you know that you're like that, you know that you're a nostalgia thinker. Oh, I remember the time she did this for me. Ain't nobody gonna be there for me like this one. Oh man, I remember the one time she did that. That was funny. The time I remember one time we got caught in the rain. That was funny. Ooh, I remember one time she let me put in her booty while we was in the car. Oh, you too busy holding on to the nostalgic, the good times. You don't even want to acknowledge all the times that I was running through your wife. Some of you dudes don't want to acknowledge that. You ain't gonna acknowledge I was running deep in your baby mama. You got her pregnant, but I didn't. You don't want to acknowledge that I was that dude, that coworker you feared. The dude in the dude that was the best friend, her male friend that you was talking about. You can't have no male friends. You know why? When you was going out of town on your business trips and you was trying to keep her busy, so she just, idle minds a devil workshop, and she had an idle mind. When you was out there cheating when she was pregnant and she needed somebody to get revenge sex with, she was just on revenge sex mode. When she got rid of that baby, she was done having that baby. It was time for her to have sex, and she knew you was cheating the whole time she was pregnant. Guess who she said, I'm gonna get revenge sex with? How come you think I know all them stories about how women think when they cheating? I was that dude. I had my own crib, laid out. I had all the drinky drinks. I had all the romantic music. I'm very charismatic. Think about it, for real, brothers. I'm your wife co-worker. I'm your wife. I'm the dude that she get on the elevator with, and she smell me every day. She don't see me in no polo shirts. Your wife don't see me in no sweats. Your wife and your girlfriend see me in a suit every day. Every day. Your wife cubicle is down from mine. When I crack a joke, your girl is laughing. The rest of my coworkers in the cubicles laughing at my joke. I'm 6'3". I got the height. I'm a solid dude. I got the looks. So when I tell y'all, I know what the hell I'm talking about being that dude that the women cheat with. Take it from me. I'm telling y'all that I'm pulling back the curtain on what women do and what they say and how they behave, dude. Y'all be thinking I just be telling stories I'm telling you, dude, I done ran up in plenty of y'all women. Plenty. Man, dude, when I got my divorce, I still wore a ring. You know why? Because women love smashing married dudes. You think I was going to take my ring off? Hell no. And I had that ring off for another 6 months, man. Chicks was coming out the woodwork. Man, I got more sex from women when I was married or when I was faking like I was married after the divorce than I got when I got out of prison. You know women love smashing dudes from prison. Women love smashing prison dudes. And they love smashing husbands. No matter what country you in. That is their drug of choice. A good single man or a husband? I'll take a husband for $500, Alex. Shh. I be trying to put y'all up on game, man. Y'all think I just be saying stuff to be on bragging? No, man. Forget all that bragging stuff. We're in the barbershop being real. I'm too old for the bragging part. I'm telling you what goes on behind the scenes. And some of y'all don't want to hear it because you are stuck on nostalgia. If you think I'm playing, if I had a video today and I was talking about how bad women are, it'd be 115 people in here right now. Right now, right? Right now, it's only 50 people in here. It's been 50 people for almost an hour and a half. You know why? Because men do not like the truth about what's going on with their woman in another country or in the United States. Men don't want to hear that. Men like to be lied to. I don't know why we be trying to pretend like women like to be lied to. Men love to be lied to. All she got to do is just suck your and lie to you, and you gonna roll with it. I've seen too many dudes do it. That's what. Why you think I ain't never worried about getting caught by you? Okay, here we go. Why you think I never, and dudes like me, the boy toys, never worried about getting caught by you? Because you would rather lie to yourself and ignore all the signs that she's showing that she's cheating on you. unless she opens up her mouth and tell you she cheating, or you just so happen to come across it, or one of your boys come across it, you ain't gonna believe none of the signs. She can stop cooking, stop sexing, she can come home late from work every other day. She can go out to the clubs and hang out till 4:30 to 5:30 in the morning. You gonna believe any lie she said. So that's why I never had to worry about if I told her be over my spot at 7:30, they ain't never late. Why? Because you gonna believe anything she said. She ain't never got to sit back and come up with a lie and you like, I don't believe you. So now she got to come up to my house at 9:30. It ain't never been that. Never. They ain't never got to change the appointment. Oh, I can't come today, Dre. Why? He don't believe me. It'll never be that. Y'all believe anything. Anything your woman tell you, your ass gonna believe. And so 7:30 it is. Knock, knock, ding dong. Guess who at my door with the drinks in her hand? Your wife, your girlfriend, whether it be in this country or in another country. Whether it be me or whether it be the other dudes that thought like I used to be. My point in saying this is, guys, stop letting your nostalgia or your emotional connection cause you to be blinded to the truth. That's why we only got 50 dudes in here, because most dudes do not want to hear the truth about a woman, especially black men. Hell no, black men. Black men love to be lied to by their woman. Did I say something wrong? Did I cough? Black men love to be lied to by their women. Man, please. You lie to a black man? Black woman can say anything she want. Y'all gonna believe her as if she Michelle Obama. Like she Claire Huxtable. He said, I had a fake marriage ring on and all, he said, and they all be noticing too. Yep. Shout out to Bitcoin in the building. He said, agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. Disagree. We in a barbershop. Barbershop, you never agree on everything. I'll say this again. The cool part about being in the barbershop, we never agree on everything. Shout out to you, brother. Mike says, he said they got more moist over just, they get more moist over just that alone, that ring. Bruh, when you the Lord of the Ring, when you are Lord of the Ring and it's your precious, when it's your precious, man, please. For all you dudes that ain't never been married, you don't know nothing about this. You think that with your money, you attract the finest. Get you one of these. Get you one of these. Watch what happens. They give no F's. No F's. Every female on F around and find out. Every female on F around and find out. They do not care about effing around and find out. And the only time they gonna call your woman is because they so emotionally attached to you, the way you be putting it down. Another thing why I don't cheat. Another reason I don't cheat. I just remember. Number one is I'm greedy. Number two is I like to make love. I'm all in the ear with, see, some of you dudes just go in, pop, 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 smash you out, right? Not me. See, I'm one of them knucklehead dudes that don't know how to do that. I'm sitting up there holding the back of the head, got the music going in the background, whispering all the good stuff, watching them tears roll down her eyes. That's me. Now, I know it's all a lie and it's just an act, but they don't. Now, here she go calling Andrea. I don't need that mess. I do not need, so since I know who I am, I don't lie about who I am. I know to sit my butt down somewhere. I'll sit my butt down somewhere. Forget, When you dudes are just like me. You ain't no type of dude. You one of them, slow motion with it. Slow motion with me. Slow motion with me. You one of them type of dudes. Take your time, young man. My mama used to say, don't you rush to ghetto. Just holding the back of that head. You know how you are. Shout out to man D Payne in the building with the $2 love. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Bitcoin says this. He said, can't rock with you on that, man. He said, I've been through too many heartbreaks. My cutoff game is cold as ice. We are 100% agreement, actually. I'm a cutoff artist from the top of the Shaolin Temple. Bruh, I'm just like you. When it's over. Ain't no get back, ain't no look back. No, we don't need no counseling. I don't want to talk to you. Why are we wasting our time? I'm not raising my voice. Ain't gonna be no argument. Ain't gonna be no fights. Ain't gonna be police called. None of that. I ain't never been through nothing. I ain't going through none of that. Nope. When I cut off, and I'm a cut off artist. I ain't like one of you dudes that sit back and, oh man, I remember the time. Do you remember when we? That ain't me. That ain't Bitcoin. I'm with you on that one, brother. My cutoff game is cold, and I'm not talking about something. I'm gonna just delete her. She deleted, but I'm gonna hit that delete button. Click. I ain't never had no problem hit that delete button. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that. Click. I'm not like that. Some dudes don't know how to let go. I mean, Bitcoin, we ain't the one. We know how to let go. Seriously, man. That nostalgia will get y'all caught up. Number 5 was, like I said, financial and practical and emotional dependence on that person. You depend on that person for your emotions. You depend on that person because you've invested so much financially. And y'all enjoyed some magic moments, and you can't let it go. That nostalgia is killing y'all, man. My boy is still sitting up there tonight, sitting in that bedroom with a giant teddy bear, smoking his weed. And the last time I talked to him, a few days ago, still dealing with the knucklehead chick. I said, man, why you ain't just delete a number? Oh man, Dre, I thought, she's in, I make my movies, so, I thought she could be one of the actresses in one of my movies. I said, man, you just coming up with a reason to be with her. Now she want to be an actress in one of your movies. I'm like, dude. Number 6. Some of y'all believe in second chances. I'm with that. Nothing wrong with second chances. But second chances do come with a price. Don't think you're going to get a second chance, give a female a second chance, and it does not come with a price. Just like if a woman gives us a second chance, it comes with a price. It may take her a while to forgive us, but she's giving us a second chance. Same thing with us. Do not think that you're going to give a woman a second chance and it does not come with a price. Like all of a sudden you give her a second chance and all your emotions going to be good. Your boys ain't going to be looking at you sideways like, dang, she cheated on him and that clown took her back. Oh, what's up, dog? What's up? What's up? I got, you know how I know how that worked? Because I got a couple partners that got cheated on. We all still looked at them like they were stupid. But you ain't trying to hurt your boy's feeling. So you kind of like let it go, because he wouldn't let it go. He took her back. So who are we to talk about it now? I say this again. I got partners that they wives cheated on them. I mean, it was slinging that coochie. Took the wife back. So who are we as your boys to be harping on it, looking at you like you crazy? Even though we all still look at you like you crazy, we just don't say nothing. That's your business. We don't get no advice. We don't want to be off in your business, get you in your feelings. So I got partners that I keep my mouth shut. If he was gonna take her back, that's on him. That's on him. Kid you not. Some of y'all take them back just because you believe in second chances. Number 7 is this. The number 7 reason why men take women back after she cheated is that you are in denial or you just minimizing the cheating. Some men downplay the affair that the woman was having. Some of y'all just want to downplay it, pretend like it wasn't as bad. Pretend that it wasn't as bad because we as men, we could run up in a chick and have no emotional attachment. We can go to the nearest brothel, smash 2 chicks in a brothel, go on home to our families like ain't nothing happened. We men, we could do that. Women ain't wired like that. If a dude was running up on your woman, it's not a little thing. It's not something to minimize. It's not that dude. Unless your woman was just basically from the streets from the beginning, a lot of women that cheated with me was because eventually outside the bedroom, I just wore them down. It starts with a good morning, Keisha. It could be 3 months later. Man, that dress looks nice on you, Keisha. I see you hitting the gym. I ain't even thinking about hitting Keisha yet. That ain't even know you know how much coochie I used to get as a coworker when I first meet your wife or meet your girlfriend. I ain't even looking at her like that. I'm looking at her like that. I'm gonna get that. No, a lot of times I got the coochie from your woman, man. It will be like months later, if not a year later, and I'm running through her in that parking lot. Man, I am destroying your woman coochie, destroying to smithereens, dude. I'm coming down with the force of 10,000 Thors in the back of my F-150. You know how big them back seats are on a Ford F-150? That's like a living room. If you ain't never had a Ford F-150, push them seats to the front. Any of you dudes that ever had a pickup truck, a Ford, push them seats to the front. Man, that whole back seat is like a whole dang living room, bruh. Them things are huge in the back. And I'm 6'3". I am destroyed. I'm 6'3", running deep up in her. What's my point? My point is, a lot of times when your woman get got, it be by the dude that ain't even thought about the first go round. He wasn't even thinking about it like that. That's why it's a slow walk for a lot of women. It's a slow walk. Now, for the ones that belong to the streets, you get them like with ease. But the average woman, it's a slow walk. Okay. Put a 1 in the comment if you ever got some coochie that you were surprised that you got that coochie. I just put a 1 in the comment. Put a 1 in the comments if you got some coochie and you were surprised that you even got that coochie. Thank you, babe. I know I ain't the only one. You just was flabbergasted that. Thank you, gentlemen. You were just, what's up, Pedro? You were just flabbergasted that you got that coochie. Like, you in it, wondering how you got in it. You are in it, wondering what I do today, what stars aligned for me, because I knew I wasn't getting this coochie. I had no plans on getting coochie today. All of a sudden, suddenly, life has new meaning to me. Get my Billy Ocean on. Beauty to explore. Wake up suddenly. I'm just saying. You just surprised suddenly. When you woke up that morning, you was not expecting to run up in that chick that you ran up in that day. So it is with your wife, dog. Some of you dudes sit back with these foreign women, man, and you want to deny what's going on. Man, she is sleeping with the lover she had since she was 19, bruh. I don't care how much money you coming with Canadian. You brothers from the UK, I don't give a dang if you come to Brazil with a bunch of money. That dude been run up in her when he was broken. She was the first one he smashed on the back of a motorcycle. That was the first time she ever knew she can get smashed on the back of a motorcycle. You ain't never had no motorcycle sex, because most of us ain't had that own no motorcycle. Now, some of us have, but most of us ain't known no. So you ain't never had no legs up in the air on the back of a bike. That's what they do. This is a regular here in South America. That's what they do. You think she ain't thought about that nostalgia moment when she had that happen to her? And you back in the States for the next 5 months? Thank you very much, Dollars. I know I ain't the only one that knowed about that Ford F-150, them back seats. Man, that Ford F-150, boy, the Suburban, them Cadillac Escalade back seats, Dodge Ram back seats. Man, you slide them seats, man. Y'all just do not know. You slide them seats to the front, man. You look like you could put a dining room table in there in the back. For real. Y'all think I'm exaggerating. Okay. You dudes that ain't truck owners, you don't understand. He said, get busy on the motor. Yeah, on that motor. Better spend extra on the back side. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. He said, don't let them seats fold down. Man, listen. I let my seats fold down. I had the one with the seats fold down too. I was in a park with this white girl, dude. Bad. She was 6 feet. We were at you know how they had a company events, the holidays are coming. So I think we're celebrating, actually at the campus, they were celebrating May 5th, Latin Heritage Day. May 5th, after Latin Heritage Day, right? So we're celebrating them, and they're playing the Latin music. Everybody's doing salsa dancing and everything. And I see this white girl wasn't even supposed to be on our floor. I see this white girl walk by. I hit my boy. I said, dude, I'm running that. You couldn't miss it because she was, in the back, but she was tall. I was like, dang, who the hell is that? I say, dog, I'll be right back. Man, 2 weeks later, I got my seats folded down. We had a park right around the corner from the campus where we worked. And she called me and she just straight told me, she said, I need some sex now. I said, I ain't even took my lunch break yet. You ain't said nothing but a word. Break. Took my lunch. Met her around the corner. Man, little kids. Well, I had the tents in my window. Little kids walking by and mamas and all them and grandmama walking by. I'm just beating this giant up. I'm climbing this. The destruction that's going on that these people didn't know that was going on in that truck. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, I would rather wait until I hear in this country, until I'm here in this country full time. That's a good point, DJ. Full time, and then accept a serious connection with a chick. I'm not going through any BS. That is how I did it. That is how a lot of guys did it. When you knew which country you want to be in, and I'm serious, guys. Once you decide which country you want to be in, which city you want to be in which side of the city you want to be in, then you can start looking for something serious. Before that, just come and, have your fun. If you got a couple chicks that when you come down here, you just have your fun, You got a couple brothels, a couple of strip clubs that you go to, have your fun. Don't be so serious about a person in a country so fast because you may not like that country yet. And you may not like that city yet. And you may not like that side of the city yet. So make sure you have those three things secured before you start getting super serious about a woman in another country. I kid you not. Let's put it like this. I love Andrea. But if after all the countries I have been to, if I didn't want to be in Colombia, I wouldn't have been with Andrea seriously. Why? Because I wouldn't have been serious about Colombia. I would have been serious about another country. So I wouldn't have pulled Andrea or myself into an emotional web if I knew I wasn't serious about the country before I was serious about Andrea. Shout out to you guys. Next one. Then we're going to go to the videos. Next one, number 8, is social family pressure. Yeah. Some of you guys let women back in your life because the family and the friends and everybody else, your boys convinced you to take her back. Some of us have been convinced by other people who ain't got to deal with her cheating, ain't got to deal with the hurt and the pain that you're going through, will tell you, man, give her another chance, dog. Y'all such a good couple, man. She only did it one time, dog. Come on, she's a good woman. Her mama calling you, your mama calling you. Yeah, your mama calling you. Her mama calling you. All the ladies are calling you. Now the men, we looking like, that's up to you, dog. But the ladies, they gonna call. Your mama calling you because your mama like her. Her mama calling because she like you. Your sister saying, well, I know you ain't talking about cheating because you done cheated on women your whole. So your sister is reminding you of all the stuff that you did in the past to women, and you can't forgive one woman one time. What type of man is you? So now you got to listen to your sisters talking crazy and your female friends telling you, I done see you cheat on plenty of women, and now your female friends all in your face. There are external factors and people that will try to convince you that are not living your pain. I'm gonna say this again. They aren't living the pain that you're going through when you found out that she's cheating and the pain of having to let her go. None of those people are living your pain, but they all got something to say. They all got something to say. And then you don't want to hear from the guys that want to tell you the truth. I'll say this again. You hear from every dude that will lie to you, but most of us don't want to hear from the guy that will tell us the truth about the situation. You do not want to hear from your dad. When your woman cheat on you, the last person that you want to talk to is your dad, because you know what your dad gonna tell you, and you don't want to hear that type of truth. You don't want to hear from no uncle. You dang sure don't want to hear from Andre. You want to hear from none of your real male friends. You don't want to hear from your brothers. You would rather your brothers criticize and make light of it than tell you the truth about it. So when it comes to the men, you ain't trying to hear from us because you know men are going to tell you the truth. We ain't going to sugarcoat it. And the last thing you want to hear about your woman is the motherfucking truth. That's the last thing you want to hear when you in pain. You ain't trying to hear nobody tell you the truth about your woman. You've been with her for 10 years, 2 kids deep, and I've been running deep in your woman. And don't let it have been one of your boys that was running deep in your woman. You really ain't trying to hear what another man got to say. Because the last time you trusted a man, that was the dude that cheated with your wife with. Your wife cheated with. So you stick to what women have to say, which are a bunch of lies. A lot of times you guys are under pressure. Shout out to my man Jay Ben in the building. And I saw my boy 313 in the building as well, the Detroit boys.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Let's continue on. Number 9. Number 9 is let's look at number 9. The physical or the sexual chemistry. The coochie too good to let her go. In your mind, you ain't never had no coochie that good. You'd have had a lot of coochie, but not like that one. And she cheat. She is the finest one that you've ever had. She is foreign. She is one of them Afro-Cambodian sisters. So she part Asian. She's all Blasian, part black, part Asian. She's Asian with a black girl butt and thighs. Asian waistline, sister breasts, Asian features, and as dark as your grandmama. You ain't never had nothing like that. And you are turned out. Like the Whisperers say, tossed and turned out. Oh, she was tossed and turned out. That's you, tossed and turned out. Some of y'all ain't gonna go nowhere. That sex is too good. You ain't never had nothing like that. You know it. Come on, let's be real. We in the barbershop. Let's be real. You ain't never had nobody give you head like that. That was fire. Every time she go down, it's fire. Tears are falling down. You know, your eyes are glazing like a Krispy Kreme donut every time she give you head. You know, if you blink one time, boom, them tears gonna go run. She's sucking it so good, you want to tell her to stop, don't stop. You want to tell her to stop, don't stop. You want to tell her to stop, but don't stop. She's sucking your dick so good, you choking her at the same time. I wish you would stop sucking. I wish you would stop. I will kill you, girl. This feels so good. Don't you ever stop. Grab my wallet. Just take the ID out. Grab my wallet. It's yours. All the money in my wallet is yours. I will choke you if you dare stop. I will choke you to death if you. Girl, this feels so good. I got you, bro. I feel you. I'm serious. I feel you. I got you. Oh, crash out. Yes, they will. Dudes will crash out in that bedroom. It's yours, girl. It's yours, mommy. It ain't no poppy in there in the bedroom no more for you. It's mommy. It's yours, mommy. It's yours. It's all yours, mommy. Suck it like it's yours, mommy. Suck it like it's yours. You sit up there crying like a baby was just born. She's sucking it and you drooling. I got you, bro. I got you. You choking her, she's sucking it. You shedding tears. You look like Simply Red up in that mouth, holding back the tears. Taking all my time, taking all my chances. I'll keep holding on. You holding back them tears. I'll keep holding. I got you, bro. Hey, I feel you. I ain't no hater. We all done had some fire. Only difference is yours is cheating. And some dudes do not know how to let a woman go. You cannot let that DR woman go for nothing, can you? Because you ain't never had nobody do you like that. You done been with umpteen women, and ain't nobody got you like that. You sprung. So that's another reason why y'all keep taking them back, because you sprung. You sexually sprung. And the last one we're going to look at, number 10. You don't want to be alone. Loneliness is not a good thing. And fear of thinking that you can't get nobody on this caliber again is not a fun thing. So you weigh the scale. You put on the Libra scale, right? I'm the Libra. Put on the Libra scale. You got a choice. Take her back and you guaranteed to have somebody in your life and that caliber of woman, right? Let her go, and now you're gonna have to spend time alone, but you're still in DR, time alone, time dealing with that pain. You don't trust nobody in DR like that. You might smash a couple chicks, but you ain't gonna put no trust in nobody. That emotional dance. Andrea said that in Medellin, this is off of a off topic, guys, but you guys got to be careful. And today, and maybe T-Mac can attest to that, in 3 different areas of Medellin, guys, for all you guys that'll be coming down to Medellin, we're going to get back to the topic, but this is important. In Medellin today, 3 dudes came up floating in 3 different areas of Medellin. 3 of us. 2 guys, 1 Dominican girl. 2 guys, 1 Dominican girl. And it was because of drugging. So we got to be careful out here, guys. This is not that Colombia of 2017, 2016, 2011. When it comes to the Colombia's got more tourists, that means there's going to be more of a headache. That's why I decided not to live in a tourist city. I'm going to say that again. I purposely decided Cali because it wasn't because of Andrea. It was because I did not want to live in a tourist city. I did that in Orlando. I did that in Tampa. I did that in Clearwater. All you Tampa guys, I-4, Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa, Orlando, all the way down to Daytona Beach. That whole strip, I-4, is nothing but tourism. Nothing. I did that. Been there, done that. I'm not doing another tourist city. Y'all can come to Cali for medical tourism, get your teeth done, get your body taken care of, stuff like that. I got a lady I'm going to be interviewing on the show in regards to that. But as far as living in a tourist city like Medellin, Cartagena, Bogota, no, I couldn't do it. Nope. He said, Jay said, yeah, I saw that. He said, more people getting drugged. You guys got to be careful out there. I don't know why y'all always think like, but not me. It won't happen to me. Yes, you. It happens to you. Even if it doesn't happen to me, I walk around Colombia like it could happen to me. You want to know why it doesn't happen to me? Because I move in this country as if it could happen to me. I don't let my guards down. I'm not saying I walk around paranoid and stuff like that. I don't go into areas. I don't hang out with certain people. I don't behave in a certain way that I know that it could happen to me. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I never talk about. Colombia has a online yellow pages. In that yellow pages, it has not a yellow pages, but almost like a Craigslist. In that Craigslist is a bunch of single women and a bunch of married women, bunch of single women looking for men. I'll say that again. Bunch of married women, bunch of single women looking for men. Married and single. They'll tell you, I will be your side chick if you be my side dude. Right? I could easily maneuver in there, right? I could easily say, okay, I'll do that. Andrea will never know. Right? I could easily move in. You guys never knew that until I just told you, right? You didn't think about the Colombians got their own version of Craigslist. Craigslist is in Colombia. The actual Craigslist that you have, Colombia has the same Craigslist. Craigslist is international, guys. And then Colombia has its own version of Craigslist. So if I never told you guys about this, most of you guys wouldn't know this. So I could go on that Craigslist and have me a couple of sad chicks and I could be a side dude, couldn't I? But then I come up floating. And what's they gonna tell Andrea? Well, Andre found this woman on Craigslist. He thought that he could trust her. He smashed her 2 or 3 times. They've been messing around since last July. And then she drugged Andre. And he's deleted. Therefore, Andre ain't gonna be on Colombia's Craigslist, is he? You don't have to be worrisome or paranoid in 99% of the cases in Colombia. But the few areas that you shouldn't be in, that's where tourists usually go. That's why when I see you tourists, I go the opposite way. Wherever y'all go to, I go the difference because I know tourists attract criminals. Not us everyday dudes. You everyday dudes that be coming back and forth to Colombia, it ain't you that attract problems. That's why you don't never have no problem. I'm gonna say this again. All you dudes that's been all over Medellin that ain't never had a problem is because you ain't a part of that. You tourists attract problems. And so you everyday dudes that go to Medellin and Cartagena, you don't hang out in the tourist areas. You got areas other than that you hang out in. And you got Colombian friends and Colombian family members and Colombian people that you cool with for years. You ain't never had a problem because you don't move in the tourist areas. And that's where the criminals go to, following you tourists. They know where the money is. Follow the tourist. I don't hang out in tourist city. So I don't go through tourist BS. Ain't nobody popping on me with a gotcha. If it, let's say it, like I said the other day, let's say it did happen one time. As many times I got robbed in the States, one time in Colombia ain't gonna break me. Oh man, they got me for my watch. All right. They got me for thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands in the States. But I don't put myself in those circles. T-Mac says this. He says 100%. He said most of those tourists won't listen. He said they tell me that they know I know how to move. You can't tell me nothing, T-Mac. I know what I'm doing. Next thing you know, they end up in a bad situation. And I have never been in Parque Yeris after 3 years. If I lived, dude, the last time I've been to Medellin was 6 years ago. Me and Andrea. And we got family there. I don't know. We no park. We was in Laurellas. We were right there. No Parque. Why go to Parque here? There's so much to see in Medellin. We don't even go near the prostitution lanes in those little red light districts. What for? But like T-Mac says, you guys that think you know everything, you go there. And that's what they depend. The easiest people to drug and rob is a man that thinks he knows everything. You are so easy. Whether you are a man that's been here several times or a man that's your first time, if you are naive enough to think you know everything. I know Spanish can't, I never go through that. I know, okay. Knowing Spanish in South America, thinking that's going to save you from getting robbed is about as stupid as knowing English in North America and thinking knowing English ain't going to get you robbed. How many of y'all ever seen a person that knows English get robbed in North America? I can say I robbed all English speakers in North America. I was breaking in English speakers' houses. I was putting artillery in the face of English speakers. I got robbed by all English speakers. My English in the United States didn't save me from nothing when I was getting robbed. What makes you think knowing Spanish in a Spanish country gonna keep you from getting robbed because you know a language? Oh, you know, you understand what getting robbed is in Spanish. That's all that is. In other words, you need to take that knowing Spanish and still use common sense along with it too. And a lot of you guys who think because you know Spanish, you can let your guards down and boom, you're the ones that get robbed. Not me. Not T-Mac is fluent in Spanish. But just what he just said, I don't even hang in those areas. So you still got to use common sense even if you know Spanish. Just like you got to use common sense in North America, even though you know English. So when I hear you dudes talk about, I know Spanish, as if that's the ultimate shield of Captain America. Oh, we can't rob him, dog. Why? He knows Spanish. How many English speakers I was robbing? I wouldn't sit back and say, hey, do you know English? Oh, I can't rob you. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna catch me a non-English speaker. I'm gonna rob me a non-English speaker. And put this safety back on here. Well, I'm gonna catch one of you non-English speakers. I wasn't doing that. I didn't give a damn what your language was. You safety off. You about to get robbed, English speaker, by another English speaker. I was getting robbed. They wouldn't sit back asking me like, wait a minute. Hey, young blood, you know English? Oh, we ain't gonna rob you, young blood, because you know English. Boy, if you didn't know English, you just gonna get got, dog. You better be happy you knew English, dog. You better be happy. Next time you come through this neighborhood, boy, you better not come through it again. You understand English. My English ain't saved me from... What got me robbed was being in the wrong area at the wrong time, hanging out with the wrong people, with the wrong amount of money in my pocket. My pocket got the mumps. That's what's getting me robbed. That's the same thing getting your Spanish know and tell robbed. Talking about because you know Spanish, therefore, that's like a safety. You know what the people are saying. You know, I know what the people are saying in English in that whole neighborhood. I still got robbed. No way y'all think the language is like a super shield. I won't be getting robbed because I know Spanish in DR. You know how many dudes that got scopolamine, that knew Spanish? You know how many dudes that got hustled in DR, that pay for play chicks that knew Spanish? You know how many dudes that got robbed in Mexico and them dudes are fluent in Spanish? No, the language don't save you. The common sense that you have, even though you know the language, that's what saves you. Your common sense. That's what keeps me and T-Mac and Jay and Jay Clyde and all the other guys, all you other guys that travel to South America and you have no issues. You've been going to South America for 15, 20 years, never came close to an issue. You always hear stories about issues, but you ain't never had no issues. Why? Because even though you might know Portuguese, you got common sense. So certain areas you will go to with your Portuguese and certain areas you won't go to with your Portuguese. That's sad. 3 dead people in one day. And you can backtrack it to some females, even though one of them was a female. That's sad. My condolences for the families, seriously. He said there are too many people and classy women in Colombia that you can date without dealing with these. That's so true. With these predators who throw that bait. Absolutely correct. A normal Colombian woman will be more reserved. That is a fact. That is a fact. No matter how many years me, T-Mac, and other brothers, try to encourage guys. Seriously.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Okay.
Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie. Stone me if you must, but point out where I lie.
Stone me if you must. Shout out to a girl, Chantel. But point out where I lie. He said Community 13 is fire. If you've never been out, he say it's out, fella. There we go. There's some great areas to go to, some great areas to enjoy. It really is, man. You do not need all those headaches. My man, No Limit, Rob, been here 100 times. Ain't been through none of them headaches. Let's go to the last one before we get to the video. Like I said, the last one is some of you guys won't let a woman go who cheated on you because you know you're going to be lonely when you let her go. It's not about the pain that she cheated on you. You got two choices. The pain of the fact that she cheated on you and you got to let her go, or the pain of being alone for maybe 6 months or a year till you find somebody else. Some of you dudes do not like to be alone. You can't handle that pain. So you let her stay in your life just because you don't want to be lonely. Just because you do not want to be lonely. And that's number 10. So we just looked at 10 reasons why men continue to let women into their lives. Jay said, but they think they know everything. Yep. Everybody, all of us got that. You're not talking to me. We all think that. Andre ain't talking to me. We all think that. Flyboy Way ain't talking to me. Ace Live ain't talking to me. Taylor Made Dreams, they talking, but they ain't talking to me. Richie Mack, Zoom to Thailand, he ain't talking to me. El Guapo ain't talking to me. I'm talking to all of us. Dude, when I say stuff, before we go to the video, gentlemen, when I say something to you, you do realize I'm reminding myself certain things too. When I mention things to you, it's not I'm sitting up on this high horse on the mountain and like, yes, I'm this guru and I know everything and you should do that. No, that is not my behavior, my mindset. My mindset is you guys are like a mirror. The things that I would say to Andre not to do or to do is the things I just so happen to share with my mirror, you guys. I am literally looking in a mirror saying things to you that I have to remind myself of. Andre, don't do this, but do this. Andre, accomplish this, but you don't have to worry about accomplishing that. Andre, you need to go here, but don't make sure you don't go there. I'll say it to you, but I'm really also reminding myself. That's why you guys see me so open with this is why I don't cheat. Because I'm saying to myself, Andre, remember why you don't cheat. Andre, you know you greedy. Fellas, I'm greedy. Andre, you know how you like to make love to them ladies. Andre, you like to make love to them. So I'm saying things to you guys. I'm saying it to me. Don't think I'm sitting on this mountain and acting like I know everything. No, I'm reminding myself of how it is I've been able to be on another continent and have no problems. I'm driving around this city. I'm walking around. I'm driving across this country. I'm walking through a lot of times I'm the only brother in some of these areas. How is it that I keep myself out of situations? Is it fear? Is Andre, he just stays in the house all day? No, not at all. Not at all. What it is, I use my common sense. No matter how much of the language I do know or don't know, I use my common sense. And you other men who I sit back and I gleam off of you guys. I sit back and I watch you guys. You do the same thing. You just use common sense. You're cordial. You're friendly. You're respectful to the locals. All those little things adds up. You got people that look out for you because they know you from that Airbnb or they know you from that neighborhood. They've seen you so much. And so they make sure that, hey, oh, you had a friend that came back a couple of days ago. Oh, you got a piece of mail in the mail that just got delivered. Here's your package. You know how many times I've had neighbors? I see why Colombia and most of the world doesn't need a mailbox and America does. Because you can't trust your neighbors in the United States just to get your mail. In Colombia, you know how many times we've had neighbors pick up our Amazon package? Oh, you had a package? Here you go. Neighbors. Help, dude, I never forget this, dude. I mentioned this a few years ago. I never forget I was walking up the stairs on the 3rd floor, and it was my neighbor and her daughter coming in. This was a lesson moment for the daughter. I had my groceries in my hand. Now, as a dude, I'm good. How come my neighbor took most of my groceries and her daughter had to be like 12 years old, took the rest of my groceries, walked my groceries up to the 3rd floor where all of us were. And then I put my key in. Then they handed me back my groceries. This was a lesson for the daughter to learn. This is how you treat a good neighbor. It wasn't about how you treat a man, but this is how you act neighborly. So when it was time to look out for them on the day that it was raining like crazy, I was one of the only males around in the building at that time period. I'm trying to make sure every floor is mopped and squeezing out. There's tons of water. It just so happened to be a day where it just rained like crazy and it came down the terrace stairs. So all the rain came down the terrace and it was just. So I'm looking out for her. I'm putting tiles down in front of her door, the other neighbor's door that was out of town. I'm trying to mop up as much water that's coming down, rain that's coming down, because that's neighborly. These are the environments that me and T-Mac and Jay and the rest of us hang out in. That's why we don't understand the world of getting scopolamine. We don't understand the world of getting robbed every day. We don't understand the world of scammers, of female hustlers. We can't fathom what you guys deal with every day when y'all come down to these countries and you on party mode. Have fun on party mode, but that's not us. And so when I say these things, it's to remind me, Andre, you are not a tourist. This is your home. You don't have to emulate or imitate the tourist behavior. So that's sad. So once again, a lot of you guys, that loneliness is a beast. Let me turn the music down a little bit because we're about to get off into the videos. Let's get started with the video.
I have talked to so many men, so many amazing men.
And these video series are about women that regret cheating. Women that regret cheating.
That are just going through it with some of these women nowadays. It just baffles me because we always hear about men cheating and men lie and men, but no one wants to talk about the women. And it makes me so sick because there are so many good women, as there are so many good men as well, who are looking for good people. And then these women who are always saying that they want good men, get these good men, and they go out here and run them through the dirt and the gutter. And it makes me so sick because these women are out here cheating like crazy.
Now that is natural beauty. All that is her own hair. She ain't full of makeup all over the place. There are some good women in the States. Some.
And lying and turning into the men that we say that we hate. So ladies, we definitely have to do better as well, because just like the men have ruined so many of us, we are now ruining so many of them. And what is that going to leave us with? What are we going to be left with if everybody's ruined at the end of the day?
When a woman cheats on you, a lot of men will chalk it up as, oh, she ain't nothing but a hoe, she for the streets, blase, just because you don't want to sound like a sucker. But be honest, you know you will feel hurt about it, especially if you really loved her. But with that hurt, don't put yourself in a position where you ruin your life and you somewhere sitting behind bars. To learn from that situation and charge it to the game. Most of the times, the reason why men are in prison is dealing with a woman. And the reason I'm making this video is because I seen a viral video of a man pouring liquor on a woman because she cheated on him in a hotel room. And the whole time I'm looking like, this man is a whole live sucker. Because even though she was the one who had the liquor poured on her, but she won because he'll go back to her because he's so much invested by recording and pouring liquor, straight emotional. You get back at a woman for doing the same thing she did to you, if not worse. Don't stoop and trying to move like a damn woman.
A man cheat and still love you. Yes. A woman cheat and still love you. No. Here's why. Because a woman who cheats is a woman who got caught cheating. If you ain't catch her, she ain't cheat. And women that love you, they don't get caught. You're smart. Women don't get caught cheating, and that's why women don't cheat. If your woman got caught cheating, it's because she wanted you to find out. And if she wanted you to find out, she don't love you no more. But women don't cheat. No. Doing treatments are some coconut oil, aloe vera gel. I put it in a spray bottle and I add water. That's my opinion. If she loves you, you'll never find out. Even if she gets caught by mistake, a woman who loves you is not careless. A woman who gets caught cheating, careless. Men are just stupid. That's why they get caught. Most of them, if they could really handle it, you would never find out. They're just dumb. You can tell when your nigga cheating and you can tell when he being faithful. They have the same patterns and they don't know how to break them. Coming through the door and you taking a shower immediately. How'd you know? Did you take a shower as soon as you walk through the door when you cheat? You would rather me be in some coochie and then be inside of you? Maybe if you was gonna give me anything, that shower wasn't gonna rinse it off. I'd rather that because then at least you weren't stupid.
A guy on here who I can't stitch his video, but he was talking about how be careful with girls who say you're boring, and I couldn't agree more, because it's not that. If your girlfriend's telling you you're boring or she's not entertained, he was saying along the lines of that she'll probably cheat on you. I could agree. And here's another thing. How come you ladies don't get hobbies? Like watching Bad Girls Club and smoking isn't a hobby. And don't get me wrong, I've been chiefing it up. Work out, read, play basketball. Dude, find a hobby. Why don't you paint? I feel like there's a lot of things that you can stimulate your mind with. I feel like the more you start doing things and worrying about yourself as well in a relationship, when you're a woman, the relationship flourishes. If you're looking at your man as the only source of entertainment, that's bad. That's a very codependent thing. And there's nothing wrong with like you and your man being together and stuff all the time. But if you're saying,
she said it, I didn't. I ain't said she said it. I'm just looking at it. I'm watching it with you. That's what she said.
Shout out to my man.
Why are y'all so obsessed with cheating? I feel like every time something comes up about relationships, it's always like, well, he can cheat. Well, I'm gonna be the cheater. What if he cheats? What if he cheats? It's like, why are you so focused on that? Why don't you focus on getting yourself together to attract the kind of man that you want to be with, that you don't have to worry yourself to death about him cheating? Like, it is wild that women who, in my opinion, cheat more than men, but they get so upset. Like, it's all your mind focuses on, that you can't focus on being the best woman, or, you know, but because it's all like, we can literally do question and answer. Like, ask me any question. It's always about cheating. How do you deal with cheating? What would you do if somebody cheated? It's like, y'all got nothing else to think about, talk about, nothing else but cheating. Like, what is the obsession? I don't get it. I want us to really move past that and focus on getting you together and being the best you, with hopes of not having to worry about that. You know, that's just my opinion, because it's very weird that is all. I don't know.
5 signs that military female is cheating on you. This is highly requested. Number 1 is pretty obvious. The behavior will always change. It doesn't matter if it's a male or female. Behavior will always change when somebody is cheating on you. You know, this girl may start acting weird. She may not be replying to your texts and phone calls as frequently. She might be kind of weird to you. The behavior always changes. The second sign is she will become very cold when it comes to gifts and princess treatment. Like, let's just say you're a guy that always gets your girl a teddy bear, even when it's not Valentine's Day, or you're always getting her a gift, you're always giving her something, even if it's coffee in the morning. If that girl is cheating on you, she's gonna reject all that stuff. She's gonna be like, I don't want those gifts. You're too nice to me. You're just, you know, she's always gonna have an issue with something. The third sign a girl is cheating on you is when she starts distancing herself from you. That could be, you know, doing more things with the girls. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, every now and then hanging out with the girls. But if it's just constant being around a bunch of guys, she probably needs validation, and she's probably searching for outside attention from guys. The fourth sign is this girl will always pick fights and arguments. Y'all could be in the living room watching Criminal Minds and she'll start picking at you or being mean to you. Like I said in my first video, arguments will always start if somebody is cheating on you. The fifth sign that girl is probably cheating on you is when that girl changes up her appearance. Now, this is kind of controversial, but I've seen this a lot. When a girl is about to cheat, she'll usually get really pretty. Like, she'll get really pretty out of nowhere. Like, she could have been the type to wear sweatpants, but she'll just get pretty out of nowhere, start wearing a lot of makeup, start doing crazy things with her hair. Again, she's looking for outside attention, and she's probably looking to cheat on you with somebody else. But those are just the signs. They're very similar. I hope you guys learned something, and be safe out there, because yes, women can be cheaters too.
Speak up when I hop by the car, I promise I'm gonna speak up when I hop by the car, I promise I'm gonna speak up.
Now, mind you, this female right here cheated on her man, and she took him back. I mean, he took her back.
When I hop about the cut, I promise I'm gonna make a scene.
So I just read your comments, and I want to say that this is very similar to what happened to my husband and I. A lot of people underestimate what neglection actually does to a marriage. It's no excuse, but it's truth. Like for my husband and I had major in-law issues, and I felt completely rejected, and I just wanted out. And just like you, after cheating, I told my husband, and we worked things out. It was not an easy road at all, and I broke him. Cheating breaks people, but only Jesus can mend a broken heart, a broken covenant, a broken relationship. And our marriage is living proof and points straight to Jesus.
Now, on the spiritual side, I can understand a man forgiving. They worked the marriage out. I'm glad for this couple, but this is not the norm. And we only focus on the norm on this channel. And the norm is he should have kept it pushing. She's very fortunate that she had a man that was mentally and spiritually mature enough to give her a second chance to grow up. But she started off with kind of blaming him by saying he was negligent. He wasn't giving her the attention. And then she came with it was my in-laws and I didn't feel like I was a part of. Girl, you spread your legs and let somebody not hit once, not hit twice. You let somebody just run deep in you on a regular basis behind your husband's back. And you want to blame it on the in-laws and the fact that you didn't have attention. You know how many times that we men don't get attention from you? You know how many times we got in-laws that don't like us? They don't give us an excuse to run out there. For all you guys that don't think women cheat more than men these days, they do. If not just as much. Aka says this, he said, Andre, you're very correct. Or you're very correct, Andre. She took him back. For real. A woman's actions and how she dresses. That's a good point, Jay. That's a good point. Yeah, they be out here. Like I said, I'm happy for this couple, but this is not the norm.
God bless you. Thank you so much for sharing.
So I don't agree with this statement because I believe that you are not your past and you have the power to change whatever it is you decide wants to be different. And when I was in my parents' relationship, I saw cheating take place. And for me, I realized that cheating in it of itself is a selfish move. Yes. You do it because you're not happy, so you don't deal with it maturely. You feel like you're not getting something in the relationship, so you don't go to counseling or sex therapy. You decide to go get something yourself. It's selfish. And that is why, to me, cheating has more to do with having bad priorities than it does to have bad character.
I completely agree with that. That's something that my husband and I preach all the time, is that cheating has everything to do with your selfishness. It's a priority issue where you're not putting your partner first. In marriage, you are required to put your partner first. Consider others above yourself. At the end of the day, it's just selfishness manifested, and I think that more people definitely need to talk about this and stop living up to the world's ideology or the world's standard that someone who cheats isn't capable of changing. Now, if you don't surrender your life to Jesus, I will say that you absolutely won't change. You're going to be cheating in any type of form. So at the end of the day, I rep Jesus wholeheartedly. He changed my life, he saved my marriage, and I forever honor my husband.
I look back now and I'm like, that was probably the worst thing I could have done, because before you know it, I had a curfew. I had to be home at a certain time. He would check my phone when I wouldn't know. He sent one of his boys to my... The boy took pictures of my work colleagues to try and find out which one it was. I didn't know until he confessed.
See? She's sitting up there cheating just in them streets like that. His boy got to send one of his boys to take photos. He got to put her on a curfew. See all the dances that you got to go through when you got a female that's cheating? Or you forgive a chick that's cheating. Now you got to put her on a curfew. Now you gotta monitor how she dress. Now you got to monitor her behavior, who she hang out with. You got to monitor her friends, man. Dude, I'm too busy trying to focus on making some money, man. I ain't got no time to be chasing you around and treating you like you a child. You supposed to be acting like a grown woman. Now I got to monitor your cell phone like I'm monitoring my daughter's phone. And let her go, dog. If you got to go through all them dances, let her go. It ain't worth it.
To me at some point.
Wow.
And I was like, right. So now the marriage is really struggling. And so guess what? This other man is what? Forbidden fruit. And we know what forbidden fruit does. Yeah? I'm telling you. So because now my husband is really like, right, you know, putting it on me. Yeah, militant. Now I'm ducking and diving more. I'm trying to hide even more. Oh, you know it. We're lip-sync. Guys, I will never forget the day.
So not peck, kissing with tongue. Tongue.
And remember, I'm not that girl. I was not lip-sync in school. Like, my husband was my first everything. As in even lip-sync. He was my first everything. So I'd not even known another man.
Another tongue.
Another tongue. Wow. Anything. Another touch from a man. So the first time I lip-synced, I remember my mind was like, what are you doing? What have you done? Like, what? And
but
then,
you're enjoying.
But I was and then I go home, I deal with what I'm feeling, and then it passes. And then you want to go back and do it again and again and again. Before you know it progressed, guys.
Wow.
Full on cheated on my husband. You know, like I had good intentions when I got married, didn't it? Like, you know, and that's what it is. You do have good intentions. I didn't get married to cheat and to be like, F you kind of thing. Like, I don't want you. It wasn't like that.
Things just went
left. And obviously, I have to sympathize with the fact that I've hurt him. I've betrayed him. Do you know what I mean? It's still a battle.
Yeah, right now.
We're definitely not together. It's been almost 4 years.
Women saying I came on the show and I cheat. It's what it is. So, Shantia, why did you cheat from your words?
So I cheated because I was playing tit for tat. Well, we were playing tit for tat, and he started a game. I'm not going to be nobody's doormat. I'm not going to let nobody run over top of me, and I'm going to, you know, I'm going to give back what you put out.
Okay. And Ariel, why did you cheat?
I wasn't feeling sexy. I wasn't feeling desired. I wasn't feeling wanted. And I wanted to feel that way again. I wanted to feel like that girl that I know that I am. I wanted to feel desired. And
Okay.
that's why I went out and did it.
I understand. And Rachel, why did you cheat?
I feel like I cannot lust and love my husband at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
It's very hard.
So I want to know each of you, and I'm going to ask you directly. Do you regret cheating?
Don't let that one slide by. There are women that love us but don't lust or desire us physically. Man, if we don't get our tail in somebody's gym, if we don't start taking walks and drinking water, bruh. If I could get it through the mind of men, do not think that your money was keeping y'all wives and girlfriends out of my bed. I'm talking about you dudes that y'all wives was cheating with me with in regards to. Y'all brothers had money, man. I'm talking about y'all got long paper. And I'm running up in your wife and your girlfriend as if you just broke Pete from around the corner. I keep trying to tell men that try to lean on money, and I be hearing y'all talk about, well, the only reason she with you is because of money. And so I keep hearing y'all say it in social media live. You know, why is that Venezuelan with him? Well, she only with him for the money. Why is that Colombian with? She only with him for the money. Why is that Filipino? She only with him for the money. If y'all only knew how many of y'all women are getting ran through in spite of you having money. I'm gonna say that again. Most dudes that got money, and let's put it like this, I won't say most dudes, but many dudes that got money, your woman the easiest one to get, dog. Easy. Because you think all you had to do was bring to the table was money. Yeah, Jay, let them know. Get your to somebody's gym. You think that you 52 years old, that you could be 52 extra pounds. You think because you are 29 years old, you could be 29 extra pounds. You think because you're 37 years old, you could be 37 extra pounds? And you gonna keep that baddie? I just been trying to tell y'all that I just told you, money don't keep no chick faithful. I don't know where y'all get that one from. I don't know where men had the meeting. I missed that meeting. Oh, I was too busy cheating with your wife on that day. My bad. That weekend that y'all was having this little international men meeting, I was too busy running up in your girlfriends and your wives. And I mean that. I'm not saying it flippantly at all. I don't know when y'all had this little meeting and men got together and agreed, bam, women only want a man because he got money. Women do enjoy the security of finances, yes. And there are women out there that only want money, yes. But a majority, the way that we talk about, like it's every woman in every foreign country, that's not true. And I'm going to tell y'all something, like I just said, and you dudes experience it. You go to other countries, no matter how full your pocket is, she going to go back to that broke Dominican in a hut. She would rather be bust down in a hut with a broke Dominican than to be faithful to you and all your money. Money does not buy faithfulness. It doesn't buy love. It does not buy respect. It does not buy commitment. It does not buy cooperation. And it does not buy faithfulness. Get that one. I don't know what seminar y'all went to, but you need to get that one out your head and get out your head fast. If you think, white boy, if you think you're going to get a woman, and race doesn't keep a woman faithful. White boys, the worst thing that your white counterparts told you was because you white, she gonna be faithful. I done ran through y'all wives. Oh, you think I'm just talking about sisters? Man, how many white wives I done ran through? Man, please, y'all wives the easiest ones. Cause you so egotistical with your white boy racism, you think because you a white male, ain't nobody gonna cheat on you. Man, listen, I'd have ran up in Trump's wife if I had the chance. Everybody was gonna get it when I was on boy toy mode. Every wife and every girlfriend was easy prey. Everybody was gonna get hollered at. I don't care if she had a Ukrainian accent, a German accent, an American accent, Canadian accent. I don't care what it was. She was gonna get approached too. She can get it too. Just like the white girl just saying, I want to feel sexy. Like the other white girl was saying, I want to lust after, I love my husband. I didn't lust after him. How many white wives was happy I was running up in them? How many Asian wives that was happy I was running up in them? Why? Because I was the first brother. So now they lusting after the brothers, and I'm the first brother to put it on them. And plus I can do it in a suit. Don't ever think your money is going to buy you allegiance. That works with men. We work with each other and buy and purchase allegiance from each other. That don't work with the heart of a woman. You think because you done put her in that big house, gave her 2 kids, a dog and a cat and a bird, a parrot, and she got a good career and she got a degree, you ain't got to show her no more affection. You ain't got to touch her no more. All you got to do is just smash her like once or twice a week and you good. You got your side chick. Bruh, I'm telling you, I'm running deep through y'all. Dude, if y'all only knew, it is not just me. It's a lot of dudes out there like I was. It's a lot of us, dude. I'm not in the cubicle no more, but it's another mother that look like me, act like me, tall as me, charismatic as me, that smell good like me, getting on and off those elevators with your girlfriend and your wife every single mother day. So don't listen to my story. Cool. But I promise you, as an ex-boy toy, there's other boy toys that work at that same job, that same warehouse on 3rd shift. We there. Your female's a female truck driver. Don't worry, we there. Your female in the military is boy toys in the military. We there. Your chick is a police officer. It's boy toys on the police force. It's boy toys on the fire department. It's boy toys in Congress. It's boy toys in the classroom that's running through the female school teachers. Don't ever think that you can take your woman for granted because you got money. That's one thing I'll never make enough money to where I take Andrea for granted because I'm making money. That one, because I saw it firsthand that money don't mean ish to a woman in the long run. Initially, oh my God, he got me this. Oh my God, he bought me that. Initially, when years go by, that you bought her this is like, oh, that's cool. Thank you, babe. And you thinking that what bought her is going to keep her? Man, please. How many times your woman gave me your money? I ain't need your money, but she was buying me all type of gifts. Oh, you like colognes? Yeah, but give me a cologne, babe. Oh, suits. How many suits I got from y'all wives for my birthday and for Christmas? I wish I could lie to you. And if I'm like that, other boy toys out there that are still out there are like that in any country. So don't take your woman for granted because you got a few dollars, guys. If you really like her, you really like that chick in the Philippines, show her. Compliment what she does. Buy her roses just because. If violin she wants, let them play. In your arms tonight, she'll reflect how she owes you the sweetest of debts. You'll let her pay. Find 100 ways. Right? That song said nothing about giving her a wad of money. That works initially. That works when she's bragging to her girlfriends like, "Ooh, I got me one, girls." That works initially, like in the first year. But if you no longer compliment what she does, I do. You ain't giving her roses just because? I do. If violin she wants, let them play, I will. And in my bed tonight, she'll reflect how she owes me the sweetest of debts. And I'll let her pay. And I'll find 100 ways. What did Ray Parker Jr. say? A woman needs love just like you do. Don't fool yourself into thinking that she don't. She'll fool around just like you do. With you or without you, just like you do. A woman needs love just like you do. Don't fool yourself into thinking that she don't. She will fool around just like you do. With you or without you, just like you do. Right? Right? So don't get caught up on that money thing, bruh. I'm telling you, y'all, all you dudes, I'll be seeing y'all on Facebook all the time. Yeah, she only winning for the money. She only wanted for the money. Y'all only knew that money thing, that works for like the first year for most women. That first year when you buy her that mink. That first year when you buy her that car. That first year when you take them to those fancy trips and the fancy dinners. That works great the first year. After that first year, a woman is looking at you like, and what else you got? But I got money. Okay. Okay, you showed me that. What else you got? That ain't enough? No. I need for you to just walk up behind me and smack me on my butt. I need for you to just give me a massage while we just walking through a grocery store. You just grab my neck and just massage me for no reason at all. I need for you to tell me you love me just while I got my hair, I'm just blow drying my hair, and you just telling me you love me. She need all that. Especially these foreign feminine women. Am I lying? Especially these foreign feminine women. They used to touchy-feely affection. And I know we as men in the United States and Canada and UK, we ain't no touchy-feely type dudes. Not all the time. But when you come to these when you come to these South American women, bruh, and these Asian women, they come from a touchy-feely culture. You got to be hugging your woman all day. You got to be ready to do like 50 different kisses. You better say I love you 2 or 3 times a day. Dude, you just in an affectionate country. You might not want to be on this continent because you ain't built for this one. If you don't like to be touched, whatever, if you bald, she rubbing on the back of your bald head. Y'all in bed, she making sure y'all feet touching. She cooking for you with a smile on her face and music playing in the back. If you ain't used to nothing like that, you don't need to be in South America. You need to go on back and get you like a Western girl or a East Asian girl to where they don't show no emotions. Because if you dealing with South America, bro, you going to be ready to be touched all the time. Kisses on the cheeks, kisses on the neck. That's just a given with her. She will walk up to you, give you a kiss on the cheek, and just walk away for no reason. You looking like, what did I do right today? Shout out to the one. He said, yo, Dre, you think Latin women cheat as much as American women? I think Latin women cheat more than American women. Easily. I think Latin women, especially Colombia is number 1 in South America for women cheating. I think Latin women cheat more than American women. But I can say this. That's because one of the reasons, not all, but one of the reasons is, man, Latin men be in these streets. Man, I thought we American men was in these streets. Man, these Latin dudes gives no F's. These dudes will sling it with the chick's mama, her cousins, all his female co-workers getting it. These dudes be in these streets. They don't stop cheating for nothing. I was telling Andrea today, and she was laughing. I said, this is the first country I've been to where women pre-cheat. I said, I've never heard of pre-cheating. Do you know women in South America will cheat on a man because they know that they married or are dating a cheater? If your woman in South America senses any cheating energy coming from you and she starts to pick it up, many of them ain't gonna yell at you. They just gonna cheat. They gonna go through your cell phone. They just gonna cheat. There are some that will go for the cell phone and be insecure and baby. There are some of those, but there are a lot in South America. Now, I mean, especially in Colombia. They ain't gonna do no yelling. They ain't going through no cell phones. They about to chase you down. They like, F this my country. I'm cheating. Before you cheat, the pre-cheat, they will cheat before you cheat because you giving off cheat energy. I don't know what cheat energy is, but they do it. Yeah, a lot of dudes, they do that with locals and they do it with foreigners. So don't just think that it's foreigners. They do that with the local men. I know he a cheater. Let me go and get his coochie away right now. Like, how you gonna get a coochie away and the man ain't even done nothing yet? I'm gonna give it away just in case. I'm gonna get him before he gets to me. You pre-cheating? And they will do it, man. Okay, all you guys that are in Colombia, talk to Colombian women and ask them, do they pre-cheat? This ain't something I'm just making up. It's like, what? What part of the game is this? Pre-cheat? I only cheated because I think that he gonna cheat. So he ain't show you no signs of cheating. I know, but he giving off cheating energy. Okay, what the hell is cheating energy? You won't understand it. Okay. So y'all pre-cheat. And that's very common here in Colombia. Pre-cheat. Go figure. Yeah, man. He said, I was not expecting to hear that. Thanks for the game. Now, I'm not saying that every woman in South America does that because there is no. I can say this. The norm of South American women don't cheat. But there is a pool, and I'm not talking about party girls. I'm talking about regular everyday girls. There's a huge pool of regular everyday girls, especially in Colombia. They will cheat, even if you ain't cheating. It's the craziest thing, dude. This continent, and they will cheat with a dude. It is very common in Colombia. Come on, T-Mac. It is very common in Colombia for a woman also to get so tired of her man having somebody on the side, they finally break down and get them a side. They get them a boy toy. Their husband has been cheating in 10 years of the marriage. She's never cheated, never thought about cheating. But she's so tired of every time she turn around, there's a new chick in her face talking about her husband. To where there are women that will purposely say, F it. I'm not going to chase my husband down no more. I ain't going to be worrying about what this man is doing out here. We got these kids. I ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. But I am going to go get me a boy toy. And so a lot of the older Colombianas, they do that. They'll sit back and say, I'm not about to chase him no more. I'm tired of fussing. I'm tired of arguing. No more of this running around trying to get him to love me. We both know we ain't going nowhere. We both economically can't afford to leave each other. It's a 50-50 thing. So therefore, I'm getting a boy toy. And it's easy to meet a fine 40, 45-year-old Colombiana and be her boy toy. That's super easy down here. That's super easy. Dudes do not realize these women get so tired of the cheating and chasing that they're like, I ain't chasing him no more. I'm done. T-Mac said it's common. That one I definitely knew was common. Very common. And they'll have their one. They'll have that one boy toy that they're like, I don't want a bunch of dudes. I just want that one, and he could smash me maybe once a month or twice a month. He's I could laugh with him, talk with him, all the stuff I can no longer do with my husband. The attraction that I want to give my husband, but I don't give him. I go to the gym. I make sure this body is solid. This body is looking good, and my husband still doesn't look at me. I make sure my hair is luxurious. He still doesn't notice my hair. I make sure my eyelashes are taken care of. I make sure I went on ahead and got the surgery. My body is banging. I am 45 years old, and this man that looks at me like I'm 65 because he's cheating with me with women that are 25. I can't compete with the women that he's cheating with. I'm not going to leave him. He loves me enough in the family enough to provide for the family, and he's not going to leave me, but I'm tired of feeling lonely. I'm tired of waiting for a man that gives all his sexual energy to another woman. And then when he comes home, he has no sexual energy or stamina to give to me. So she gets the love making, but I get the quickie. I'm done with it. I'm going to find me a boy toy. And so that's what a lot of these older women get. They find them a boy toy and they good. They ain't trying to fall in love with the boy toy. They don't want the boy toy to fall in love with them. And that's what happens. So a lot of times in Colombia, and I don't like to put it on guys because I'm not one of those dudes, but here in Colombia, it's a lot of times it's sitting around the behavior of the husband. Dudes will cheat in Colombia for 30 years, man. Them dudes be nonstop down here. It's like part of the culture. That's why when Andrea came to me about it, and she was so like, don't do this. Just make sure you don't embarrass me in the streets. Make sure you don't bring no diseases. Don't bring no. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because in this culture, once you're around it, it's so many women that cheat, so many men that cheat. Now I understand what Andrea was saying to me when I was even thinking about nothing like that. She just was coming to me like, listen, the day will come. If we plan to be together the next 30 years, the day will come that you gonna get you something on the side. I ain't stupid, so here are the rules. And I'm looking like, what? But now that I'm in this culture, I understand. That's like that. My man Dave says this. Shout out to you. I'm gonna come back to my man T-Mac in a second. He said, in Barranquilla right now, shout out to Barranquilla. He said, this chick I'm working on is a decent, has a decent vibe. Texting when I'm talking at dinner and always bringing up last minute errands or events. I think I want to let her go. Yeah, she got something going on. You ain't hearing the whole story. T-Mac says, he says, I just tell my chick, if she gets tired, just let me. That's why I tell Andre, I say, if you get done, just let me know. He said, I move alongside. He said, I'll be cool. That's how I am. I'm like, I'm cool as can be. You have extra hangers, I'm out. I ain't one of them dudes to be hanging out and trying to convince you to be with me. No. I say, and I ain't got no time to be cheating on you behind your back because it'll be too many women that I'm cheating with. So I ain't got no time for all that. Let me just go ahead and just let you go. I get my spot. You'll have your spot. We'll be cool. That's it. I ain't doing it. I don't do get backs. Andrea knows that. So once I walk out that door that first time, there is no, well, I want my husband back. You can forget about that. I never did a get back ever. Not one chick ever has ever said, Andre came back to this coochie. Ever. I don't even hit back. You know how you go back and be hitting that coochie like 2 or 3 times a year? I don't do hit back. None of that. When it's over, not one chick can ever say she got this again. No, I don't do get backs. I don't do no second chances, no second, third chances. If it's over that one time, it's over that one time. Now, you know, sometimes you in limbo and you're trying to see where y'all trying to go. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when it's officially over. I don't do no get back. I don't care how fine she look 9 months later. And she looking fine for the next man. She ain't looking fine for me. Yeah, he said, I will be cool as long as she's honest and there will be no hard feelings. I'm the same way. He said, I keep a few chicks close just in case. Aiken says this. He said, it sounds like the 80-20 rule needs to be applied here for non-cheaters to cheaters in Colombia. Yes, that's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it. A lot of times it's just I hate to say it again, but a lot of times here in Colombia, it's just the dudes, man. Dudes do not, man, these dudes have no their skills of even trying to hide the cheating ain't even good. They don't even have no skills to, like, you know, she can't, you know, how we do, we try to, we at least try to put the cell phone upside down, something. Man, these dudes down here, man, they do everything but the chick knocking on the door. That is why Colombian men are ultra insecure and protective of their women. You know why? Because they know that they are sleeping with somebody's wife or girlfriend. That's the number one reason. You be thinking these Colombian dudes be having their girlfriend with them all the time because of love. You think your Colombian girlfriend is always up under you because she want to be with you all the time. Bruh, your Colombian girlfriend is up under, or your wife is up under you all the time because I wish he would cheat on me. I know how these Colombian dudes are, and I know how these Colombian women are about foreign men. And I'd be dang if my foreign man is gonna be in them streets doing this, that, and this. If you go, I go. And she'll make it seem like it's a little feminine, nice thing, but underneath, that's what they thinking. And the Colombian men are the exact same way too. That's why you see Colombian men, they in their 50s are still insecure about their wives as if they were still in their 20s. If you got a Colombian dude, he in his 50s, and his wife is still in her 40s, and she look good, them dudes are so insecure because they know how many chicks they ran through since they got married in their 20s, and now he's 50 something, and she know about most of them chicks, and he know that the revenge sex is real in Colombia. And so he's trying his best. Every time a dude glance at his wife, this Colombian man, every time a dude glance at his wife or girlfriend, this dude ready to pull out a machete on a glance because he know all the dirt he did. And Colombians believe heavily in that payback or that karma coming back your way. And that's what makes Colombian older men insecure, because of all the dirt they did, and they know women are revengeful and vengeful. And he know in her 40s, and she's still looking good 9 times out of 10, based off of his mamas and his aunties and all his female friends that he saw have side chicks. His wife or Colombian girlfriend, I mean, not have side chicks, but side dudes, saw all those ladies have side dudes. And so he's thinking it's a matter of time before my woman has a side dude. So you will see that insecurity of a Colombian man all the way up into his 60s because of all the dirt that he did. That's very common down here. That's very common. You got a Colombian woman with a body of a 25-year-old, the maturity and the wisdom and the the slickness of a 40-plus-year-old. These Colombian men be down here paranoid because they know all the dirt they did. My man Jack said, he said, just came back here to say, hell no. Shout out to Jack. GJ says, he said, in case you didn't know, you don't have to have a woman to be a polygamist. I didn't know that. Aiken says, he said, I come from a stable background where my parents are still together. Shout out to your parents. Shout out to the parents. Shout out to mom and dad. So learning some of this is just wild to me. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. Oh, when you are a natural man or polygamist, you do not need to cheat. I know some polygamists that cheated. Don't need to, but still did. He said, my first Colombian girlfriend was 22 years ago. He said she was the daughter of a big time narco. She was fine, but refused Latinos because she said that they have 20-year affairs, but brothers have a one-night stands. This is true. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Dude, when Colombian dudes get a side chick, man, it be like a whole wife. These, bruh, I'm still, you see, I'm stumbling over the word. I still don't get it. Mentally, I don't get it. How these women are, I mean, just how in the masses, I think that's the part that blows me away. In the masses, how many women will be the side chick in Colombia for years? For years. And I'm talking about ain't got no kids. For years, they will do the side chick thing to the day of death. It's the craziest thing. And she right, us most of us American dudes or foreigners, we gonna, hit something maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times, 4 times, but we ain't about to fall in love. Dude, they be having full scale, I love you, old school relationships. But the dude be married, but the chick play her position like a soldier. I am a side chick. I know the mission. Have ran across him and his wife in church, at the grocery store, at a concert, at a play, at the kids' kindergarten recital. Ain't never said a word. Ain't never said a word. It will amaze you how many Colombian women will play their position. There are side chicks that will tell you, I got a man. We're talking about in a country of men that only make $275 a month. Let that sink in too. We're talking about in a country with some of the hottest chicks in the world. with men that average $200 to $300 a month. They ain't got your money. And they have baddies dang near for life. I cannot understand how that one just blows me away. How many are playing that? You know, like in the States, it'll be one or two that'll play that position. Here, it's in the thousands that, hey, I know you got a wife. I understand that you're married. I just want to be your side chick, if you don't mind, you know. And you looking like, are you serious? And then the part that blows me away is they are so calm and collect with the side chick thing. It's crazy. It is crazy how calm they are with it. Like, hey, how you doing? How's you and your wife doing? Oh, well, okay. What are you doing this weekend? Nothing. Well, I'm cooking this weekend if you want to come on over. You looking like, oh, okay. We'll cook you a plate, let you watch the soccer game with her and her family. You be sitting up there part of the damn family. You know her sisters, everybody know you. Everybody know that she your side chick and her family ain't tripping. I do not get it. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, dog. That one, I'm still trying to wrap my head around being in South America. That level of, now, don't get me wrong. There are some just regular everyday side chicks that get jealous and get mad and be, I gonna tell your wife. Though you still got those in the world. Don't get it twisted. But the norm is the cool, calm. I don't get it. That one I've been trying to wrap my head around T-Mac for the longest, bro. I kid you not. I do not get that one. He said, I knew something was different when she wanted me to meet her family in Bogota, and they were going to pick me up with bodyguards and assault rifles. Like, gulp. Dollar Bill said, my little chick in DR, Pops just abandoned their family to be with his side piece that he got kids with. The Latin community, South America, the Caribbeans, dude. These dudes that making no money in these other countries are getting away with mass murder compared to us in the States. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Let's continue on with the video. Let's continue on. Move me out of the way. Remember, these women are confessing why they cheated.
No, absolutely not.
Do you regret cheating?
No, it was a lesson I needed to learn.
Do you regret cheating?
I don't.
Got it. Ariel.
Yes.
We got 3 women. This is the norm. These women don't regret cheating.
Okay, you said that he used to make you feel bad.
Yes.
So why didn't you break it off?
There was a mix of things. I mean, with every relationship, it's complicated and complex. But, I mean, we started off as best friends first. We were in college together. I knew I had betrayed my best friend and the man that I was in love with. Despite stepping out on him, I still loved him. I should have said, too, we were living in London. And so being a broke college student in a foreign country, I kind of depended on him for a place to live.
So you really stayed because of the finances?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she stayed. Look at the sister face. Like, ain't this about this dirty heifer? The sister looking like, Shout out to my man Alexander in the building. He said, what up? From Barranquilla. From Bogota. Shout out to you in Bogota. Hope you're having a good time. He said, I flew over from Cartagena after a dental appointment. Shout out to you. He said, the average women here are fine. He said, but women are women everywhere. This is true. I've been trying to get guys to realize that. Alex, they do not want to listen to me. I've been saying it for years. No matter where you go, women are women. He said, don't get caught up in ego. Yes, sir. He said that voice would cause me to break up with her. Yeah, I thought it was just me. Her voice is annoying. Yeah, that's just an audience is nice. For real.
We were together for like 2 years after that.
Did you continue to cheat?
No, I don't continue to cheat. So what had happened, I told you he forgave me. A year later, after he found out that I had cheated, he flew me to Venice and proposed. And yes, we got engaged. I was really excited, really happy. It was like, this man that I love, like he's forgiven me. We're gonna have our happily ever after. A few months into the engagement, he gave me a phone call and broke it off because he couldn't actually forgive me. He never actually got over it, and he didn't tell me that. And it broke my heart. It took.
No, he hadn't told himself that. She said that incompletely. He hadn't told himself that when he gave her the ring. He thought that he would be able to forgive her and move forward and ask her to marry him. But he hadn't told himself, bruh, you ain't even forgave this woman yet. And so once he realized he hadn't forgiven her, that's when he's like, I can't marry you because I don't forgive you. Some of you dudes got women that cheated on y'all and y'all still got them in the house, knowing that you ain't nowhere near forgiving her.
It took a long time to get over.
Get over it. So Rachel, how long have you been married for?
We've been married 6 years.
Currently married right now, 6 years. And what was missing from your marriage?
It's hard for me to separate myself as mom and wife.
Yeah.
And then just be me, be Rachel.
So do you have an open dialogue with your husband?
We do. He's an amazing dad, an amazing partner. He's an amazing friend. But I see him as that. I don't see him
in a sexual way.
Depends on the situation. So I don't see him as what I need.
So you tell.
Y'all hear how they talk about y'all. One woman says she cheated out of boredom. Another woman says that she cheated, but she was in another country, so she needed him financially. So she kept it going. This woman sat back, knowing it's only a 6-year marriage, so that marriage is new. She knew she was not sexually attracted to this man. She knew that the intimacy was hit or miss. She had no lust or desire for that man to even touch him and be around him. Yet she was with him enough to get that man some kids, build a family with, knowing she didn't even want him. It was out there slinging that coochie, and she looks like she will do it again. She's coming from that perspective as if I will be doing this again. GJ says this. He said, if a woman cheats once, will she do it again? I'm gonna let you guys know something in all sincerity. That's a good question. If a woman cheats once, will she do it again? Me personally, I don't know. You know why? I'm not around for the second time. See, you guys can answer that more than I can. Tell me if a Philippine cheats, she will cheat again. You can tell me, because I ain't around for the Philippine for the second time. Tell me if a chick in Thailand can cheat again. I wouldn't know, because I ain't around for the second round of cheating. Tell me if the chick in all 54 countries of Africa could cheat. I wouldn't know. Cheat again. I wouldn't know, because I'm letting that African chick go. Ask me if a chick in South America can cheat again. I don't know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a lollipop. You know why? Because I ain't around for the second cheat. You guys can tell me, because you guys somehow seem to be around. I'm not talking directly to you, GJ, but you guys in general, the guys live stream after, like to hang around chicks in foreign countries that will cheat on you over and over and over and over again. You guys like them chicks. Me? Just like me and Bitcoin said, we cut off artists. Our cutoff game is cold. I ain't about to sit up here and nobody cheat on me 2 or 3. I can't give you that question. Your boy Drake can't even answer, because I ain't around to find out what cheat number 2 is. Boyfriend number 2. She ain't gonna have no boyfriend number 2 at my expense. He said, I'm talking about a woman that cheated in her younger years. I wouldn't give a damn if she was younger, older, middle age, grandma. I don't care if she just had turned 19. I don't care if she turned 39, 29, 49, 59, 73. I ain't gonna be around for the second go around of cheating. I don't care. It ain't a woman I've seen on this planet that's fine enough for me to let her cheat the first time and then still be around. I ain't met her. I ain't met one funny enough. I ain't met one that cooked that good enough. I ain't met one that got that sex that's good. Banana sex. I done had some banana sex. Ain't never met one that was good enough for me to stay the second go around. That ain't gonna never happen. You cheat on me, ain't no counseling. What are we going to counseling for? So I could not be mad for a year, and then next year I'm mad all over again. Oh, we ain't about to do this dance. Hell no, no. Me and Andrea both know each other's deal breakers. And at the end of the day, there's certain things that if I do them, I already know Miss Scorpio is not going for it, no matter what I say. And there are certain things Miss Scorpio knows that if she does them, no matter what she says, no matter how much counselor we go to, it ain't nothing they can tell me to make me stay. It is over. Everybody's got a breaking point. So yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't care how young she is. You cheat on me, this is a wrap. That's a lesson that your young ass gonna learn. That one. I don't care how young, how old she is. All you had to do was just walk away. I'd rather you leave me with a broken heart than cheat on me and then leave me with a broken heart after you cheat. Hell no. He said, no remorse in her heart whatsoever. She cold with it, ain't she? The last one, she cold with it. I have no desires for my husband. I wasn't attracted to my husband. It was all about a money game. Die with my husband. He's a good partner. He's a good friend. Partner. Oh yeah, I'd have been gone. Shout out to my man Dollar Bills once again. He said typical women behavior, selfish and no accountability too. He said a woman that cheated on somebody else. He said if a woman cheats on somebody else, I wouldn't care. If a dude gets, let's say some of you guys reach out to me, hey Dre, my girl in the Philippines cheated on me. Okay. Should I take her back? Hell no. Will she always cheat? You won't be around to know. Dude, this is literally the advice that I give dudes. You should not even be around to know if she gonna cheat again. God forgive us. God also says use wisdom. You know how women like to use Proverbs 31. I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. If you read the book of Proverbs 31, women like to use verse 11 and 12 all the way to verse 31, where the wife was a provider for the family, and she was a businesswoman, and she was there for her husband, and he was part of the city council, and all this stuff. From Proverbs 31, when you read it, verse like 11, 12 to verse 31. Every woman wants to claim, I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. No woman wants to talk about verse 1 through 10. See, in Proverbs 31, there are two women. The queen was talking to her son, who was going to be a king. The first woman in the first 10 verses, this heifer, you don't need to deal with this, deal with that. She gonna act like this. She gonna put you through that. You do not want to deal with this woman. And then the queen says from verse 11, like 11 and 12, now this is the woman you need to be with. Most women are Proverbs 31 women. The first 10 verses. Most women that you're going to meet are not Proverbs 31, verse 11 through 31. There are very rare women in the world that are verse 11 through 31. But if you let women tell it, every woman is a Proverbs 31, verse 11 through 31 woman. Shout out to my man Chaos. Make sure you guys subscribe to my brother's channel. So there is a difference. There is a big difference, guys. So no matter what age she is or stage of life, if she ain't gonna be right, let her go, man. And don't be around for the second go round. Because sometimes we men will stay around because of stuff that we did. See, I'll say it again. Sometimes we'll be like, man, I used to cheat on females. It's just karma coming back on me, man. I might as well, if I expect somebody to forgive me a cheating, I'm going to forgive them. And I see how all that stuff you tell yourself to convince yourself of all them lies. Cool, I got you. Lie all you want to yourself. But the truth is, why would you put yourself in a situation to where if who you are today tempted her to cheat, what makes you think the person who you're going to be next year ain't going to tempt her to cheat? You know your butt ain't gonna change no different in the next year. You ain't taking your fat butt to the gym, are you? Are you gonna stop trying to purchase her with money, or you gonna still keep using money to try to buy her, aren't you? You don't tell her you love her. You don't buy no flowers. You're not affectionate. You're not giving love. So why shouldn't she cheat on you again? If you hold all the qualities that made her cheat the first time, what makes you think that she's not going to cheat again? Could y'all answer me that one? If you're the exact same person doing basically the exact same stuff with the exact same behavior, you've changed nothing to make it seem like there's a new you, why shouldn't she cheat again? Why shouldn't she? And she got a boy toy in her back pocket from when the first time she cheated. She got a boy toy in her back pocket that she was smashing for a year. Why shouldn't she cheat on you again? Only reason she stopped is because she got caught or felt guilty. That's the only reason she stopped. She either got caught or she felt guilty, and then she wanted to stop. And she told you about it. So since you haven't changed in any way, and I'm not putting the blame on us men. I'm not blaming us men at all. That's her behavior. But what I'm saying is, in the full equation of your relationship, if what you are and what she is today is the exact same peanut butter and jelly from last year, what makes you think that you're not the same peanut butter and jelly 2 years from now? So why hang around for it? So you can get cheated on again? This woman got a boy toy, a boy toy that has been. It's like a woman that owns. You know how you get married. She got her stuff and you got your stuff, and then y'all kind of like blame. We're gonna keep this, we're gonna keep that, and so forth and so forth. But you got cars, and so you tell her, go on, keep your car, girl. Keep your little Volkswagen, and you got a couple cars for her to drive, bruh. She got a boy toy in her back pocket like her old Volkswagen. It's been used. It's been faithful. It ain't caused her no trouble. It never broke down. It's always reliant. That's how she sees her boy toy. If ever she wants to go back to that boy toy, he is only one. Do you realize that your Colombiana that's cheating on you is only one text away from getting nutted on her back? You do know that, right? One text message away, that Brazilian chick can be getting anal right now. You do know that, right? You don't? Well, I'm here to tell you right now, while you're watching this live stream, somebody could be running deep up in the behind of your favorite Brazilian. Boy toys are always on call. We are always one text and one call away. We got our own home. We don't need to be in no hotel room. We got our own home. She know it. She know how to kick her shoes off in that living room. Soon as she walked through the door, she know how to walk into my kitchen, go through my refrigerator. She know how to sit down and put her feet through my thick carpet. She knows how to cut my remote control on, turn the TV on, and watch her favorite telenovelas. She know how to do all that. I can be in the bathroom taking a shower. She know that apartment like only 2 people know my apartment the way I know it, or know my house the way that I know it. Your girl and me. When you thought that do you know that your girl will fly on a business meeting? I know about that. She will go see her family out of town. I know about that. She told you she coming back on Thursday. I knew about that. She came back on Monday. She been back since Monday, bruh. And she been over my house, and you gonna meet her at the airport on Thursday. You gonna meet her at the airport on Thursday. Don't mean that she got back on Thursday. She been at my house for the last 3 or 4 days, and I dropped her off at the airport because I picked her up from the airport on Monday. She told you the flight comes in at 2. She gonna walk out of that airport as if she just walking out for the first time. I dropped off at that airport at 12 o'clock, dog. I dropped off at that airport at 12 o'clock. She just went to the airport, had some lunch or a cup of coffee in a Danish, came out the airport, and you standing there with open arms as if she just came out. Man, them bags been unpacked and repacked. Okay. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm very good at thinking how boy toys think, don't I? Am I? Let's say I've never been a boy toy before. I must got a really good imagination, huh? For somebody that's never done that before, huh? Or maybe I was who I said I was. And many of you guys have been in that position too. And you realize, just listening to what Andre had to say, yeah, those some boy toy moves. He ain't lying. So when I say I wouldn't be around for the second go round, because I know what it's like to be the dude that they was cheating with. And I'm not about to be there for somebody to decide whether they're going to cheat again or not cheat again. No, you go ahead and do your thing. You doing like Cameo. I'm living live the single life, girl. Live your single life. I'm not about to put up with this. Hell no. He said, make sure that everyone subscribe to my brother Andre and Andre Love Crossing Borders 2. Yes, sir. Shout out to Chaos. Make sure you drop the link to your channel, Chaos. Yeah, T-Man, drop her off. Man, please. I been knew that flight was coming in on Monday. You ain't think I didn't know? Man, you know how many times we'd have been out to dinner? We in Tampa, we all down in Ybor City while you at work. You swearing she's still in Alabama visiting her mama now. You don't know her. Only person's phone number you know is her mama's. Right? You don't know her auntie's phone numbers down there. So you ain't calling down there. Who you calling? Her. All she got to do is step outside and video chat you. What y'all up to? Nothing. I'm over my cousin so-and-so house. She step outside and video chat you and make sure she don't get none of the Florida palm trees in the background. That's all she got to do. As long as she put herself in a little corner somewhere where nothing is in the background to where you like, get that Florida? Girl, when you get back to Florida? As long as she ain't got nothing in the background that reminds you that she back home, please. She can talk to you I'm the boy toy. I ain't gonna never interrupt your phone call. I'm telling you that now. Man, listen. You get on the phone with your woman, all romantic music get turned down. All that Frankie Beverly and Maze playing in the background, we turn that down. We turn all that down. As soon as you call, I'm turning. I ain't drinking no more wine. You ain't gonna hear no glasses clinging in the background. You know, I'm gonna put this glass of wine down. Ain't gonna be no glass. I'm about to walk in the other room. You gonna talk to your man. Ain't no glasses clinging in this. She gonna enjoy that conversation with you. All the lovey-dovey. I love you, boo. I miss you, boo. I can't wait to get home, boo. Let it out. You will never see me. And I want such a boy to don't laugh at the husband. I never laughed at a husband, mocked a husband, put a husband down, belittled a husband, never talk bad about a boyfriend. None of that. I don't need that energy. My job is not to put you down. I never was one of them lame dudes that put a dude down. Oh man, your husband's a lame. Your boyfriend's a punk. Oh no, I don't know that man. So who am I to put that man down? My job is to run through his wife. Well. That was my job. So when I tell you guys, why do I mention this? Is he being braggadocious? No, I'm telling you guys, be careful out there. Because the woman that you think don't have boy toys, them the ones that got boy toys. Okay.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. Andre is picking up your girlfriend at gate 1. Andre is picking up your girlfriend in gate 1. I'm telling you guys. Pick up the wife on aisle 3, Andre. Andre's picking up the wife on aisle 3 with the big booty. Think I'm kidding. Let's get back to the video. And you see how these women, shout out to my man Ransom in the building. And thank you for the donation the other day, Ransom. Appreciate you, brother. Wives on aisle 4. Wives on aisle 4. Seriously, man. That's serious. Let's go back to the video. Let's have some fun with that.
Tell him, like, I need to go out there and get it.
No, when it comes about and I meet somebody that I have a connection with, if it turns sexual, that's where we have started to discuss where the boundary is.
Well, one of the things that I've heard from a lot of women on this show who have been cheated on, which is ironic, which is interesting to have you 3 women here being so honest and vulnerable, is that most women say what hurts me the most is not just the sex, it's when their emotional attachment. And you are an emotional entanglement, so you're actually giving yourself emotion.
Correct.
Okay, this video is for the guys. I have a question, and I don't have a lot of...
She is nice. Shout out to the sister.
Male followers, so hopefully this lands on the guys For You page. Serious question. Okay, you meet a girl out in public. She's everything that you want. She looks wise, everything that you want. Whatever it is that you want, she's everything. She meets every criteria, checking all the boxes. Y'all are talking. You find out she's best friends with her ex. But before you go, her ex is a girl. So she's bisexual. You're like, oh, okay. She's best friends with her ex, but her ex is a girl.
Sounds like she might be speaking from experience. Let our imagination go that way.
Problem? If you said it's not a problem. If you're like, no, that's cool. She's from her ex is a girl. That's fine. I have a follow-up. The best friend ex is masculine presenting. So it's not like a femme like her. Like, she's all cute and looks straight. The best friend ex is masculine presenting. Problem? Is that still okay? Let me know.
I got caught cheating on my boyfriend. Story time part 2. So after he catches me in the lie about T, I'm literally stuck. Like I really didn't know what to say to this man. So I ended up just telling him, like, I did go see T, but I only went to go see T to tell him that I was messing with you and to leave me alone. Nothing happened. We just had a conversation. And then my boyfriend like, oh, so you been talking to this nigga all while you been talking to me? And it was in this moment that I knew I was fucked, because I was doing that shit. And I am not that good at lying. So I just started looking at him. Like, I couldn't give him the answer he wanted, and I wasn't about to sit there and incriminate myself. So we dead ass stared at each other until the fucking meal was over. Like, he was really feeling some type of way. And I can't even really blame him, because I was on some fuck shit. So we just sat there. And then we get in the car and we start driving back to my dorm. I start thinking, like, we are in an enclosed space moving like 80 miles per hour. I can't get out. You can't get out. This is the perfect place to sit and talk about what you just read on my phone. So I asked this man, are you mad at me? And y'all, if looks could kill, I would be dead right now. Cause he just turned and looked at me with this look that just said, shut the fuck up, little girl. He didn't even say shit. He just looked at me. So I just keep talking or whatever. I'm like, you know, I didn't even do nothing. I fuck with you. I love you. I want to be with you. T don't mean anything to me. That's just like an old fling. You don't even got to worry about him. And y'all, this man did not pay me no attention. Like, I might as well have been talking to myself. So I grabbed his hand and tried to hold it. And he snatched it away from me and said, bro, don't touch me. I don't fuck with you. So of course my little sensitive ass starts tearing up. And he looks at me and goes, I'm not about to do the crybaby routine. And then he called one of his friends, got their location. And 3 minutes later, he pulled into a gas station, got out of the vehicle, got into his friend's car, and him and the friend both pulled off on me.
This one says, when he actually leaves me after I cheated again because I miss my grandma. I'm going to say that again. When he actually leaves me after I cheated again because I miss my grandma. They will cheat on you dudes for any reason at all. I cheated because I miss my grandmama.
Are you being the player you are? Give us some shit as men to look out for.
I ain't player though. I'm tender. I catch feelings. The fuck is Who said I'm player? I'm tender. I care too much.
What's some grimy shit that you feel like women do or get away with?
Some grimy shit?
Yeah.
They be fucking while they pregnant.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a violation.
It's crazy when you know what I'm saying, when you on that, but when you on the other foot, it ain't. Predicate. Wow. I wouldn't say it's grimy, it's just like human nature. I mean, and then it's different with women because they try to put up the front of being perfect. As a man, like if I fuck up, I be like, damn, I fucked up, my bad. Where we go from here? I can admit my wrong, but women just never.
They just die with the lie, bro.
We was just in the club and some chicks was like dancing on each other. I was like, y'all done fucked before. Oh, I ain't never fucked with a girl of my life. I'm like, you lying. On my mama, on my kids. I say, so you never let a bitch eat you out? Oh, one time, with bitch,
what that mean? Yeah.
That's you y'all fuck.
Oh, man.
Bitch lied on her kids and her mama. That's crazy.
Any wife who's cheating is a fool, to be honest. Because you clearly do not understand the power you hold in between your legs. You're out here wasting your affection on somebody else. Meanwhile, you're not getting what you really need from your man.
So I made a video last night, and I'm like, ladies, what do you guys do before y'all cheat on a man or, everything? Now, first thing first, I will tell you, women will cheat on you. A lot of women cheat on their husbands, and the husband never know. Never have no idea. That's what the women are saying. That's number one. Secondly, they say that we don't have to do anything to hide it because a lot of men don't pay attention to small little details, and women are very sneaky. So the women are telling me that to tell you fellas, the video is, after watching this video, watch my next video. It's on my page. Look at the comments. The women are telling y'all they don't have to hide it. And also, too, some women say they cheat in front of the husbands and he don't realize that. That's tough. Tough. I'm not getting married, bro.
Just be honest with me. I don't want to hear the excuses because it's already said and done.
I'm gonna take my stuff and just go about my business. I just want to know why. What made you really? What do you mean? What I'm leaving for?
I didn't. I told you I didn't mean like it wasn't supposed to go like that.
What you mean it wasn't supposed to go like that? You opened your legs for another man. We've been in a relationship for like how much years? 4 or 5 years?
I was ovulating and I was getting close to my period, and you like are never around. You're always working.
You were ovulating, so you were getting close to your period, so you go fuck another man?
Who do you think cheat more, men or women?
Women.
Why do you think they cheat?
I'm gonna say this: they so better at it. Men stupid.
Yeah.
If men knew how much women cheat, they'll stop cheating. They see men ego think. You know, I be hearing everybody online. This is what a woman need to do to get a good man. Man, these women ain't stuck y'all like that. Why men? Why we think we so much so good? Cause I've been the guy they been cheating with for a long time. They cheat with people who they know ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That quiet dude. Man, listen here. People think it's the guy with the money. Man, this that dude you won't even believe getting it. This joke ain't got nothing. He got one car. He got one job. He had Popeyes. You know what I'm saying?
Beating her down.
And you ever met the Popeyes? And you see that guy who real confident? They be like, why he so confident frying that chicken? Cause man, when he get home and when she get her taxes and when you get your little money, she gonna look out for him anyway. He having a ball.
Wow.
And so is she. Cause he focused on every move. I'm talking damn that, we focus on business. We go home, you know, when you get money, you like, man, but this next venture. She like, yeah, but he ain't talking about that. He like, hold up. He got get right there. You like that? Yeah, sit right there every time. And every time he see her, he know how to hit that move. Every time. And when she with you, she don't want to be with him.
No.
But she just want him to hit that. It's that little thing he do.
It's what he do.
He know how to do it. I'm telling you, man.
We had this conversation, Ocho and I had this conversation on Nightcap. Cheating, okay? The guy cheat, women are, it seems to me, and I could be wrong, you tell me what you think, that women seem to be more forgiving if a guy steps out in a relationship than if a woman steps out, that man.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, no, hell no, that's a rich. Hell, dude, somebody been in my party. Oh.
Yeah, cause a lot of men soft. They be crying like a baby. So she natural nurturer. She see the hurt in your eyes.
Right.
You keep asking her, so why you did that? Huh? You ain't know with a hole and all that. So she natural nurturer. So she forced to forgive because man, you crying.
Right.
Like all that we done did, but you got that vision in her head of her bucked up, goddamn looking back at.
Yep.
You can't take it because you know when we cheat, they can forgive because we ain't that dramatic.
Right.
So when they vision us in their mind, they hear us saying, but they ain't.
This mine.
But we know. Boy, when she cheated, oh my God. I'm talking about stop! And that vision keep going through your head. So she see the hurt in you, and she like, I'm going you forgive me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But they can't be like when they're explaining it, they just like, oh, it was a one-time thing because they can't say, oh, dude had me up like the Macy's Day balloon.
Because they want to live. if they
tell you real,
how that toes were curled up,
yeah,
and she was getting choked, and her eyes popping out of her head,
yeah,
you gonna kill her.
Like that church girl. Remember the church girl a few videos back that was talking about, yeah, my husband forgave me. We're in church now, blah blah blah. If that man knew how that man was dropping in his wife, and I mean dropping it, because she didn't get it. She didn't go back. She didn't cheat once. She was going back several times. So my man was dropping it on a regular. It wasn't like she was shopping it around to several dudes. It was that one dude that she became emotionally and physically attached to that could run up in it. And you better believe, no matter how much she in the church right now, that boy toy is still sending her text messages or still sending her messages on WhatsApp or still sending her messages through the X, Twitter. Dudes don't owe no allegiance to another man. I don't know why y'all keep trying to think these dudes owe y'all allegiance. She wants you to react so that she doesn't have to take accountability for her actions. Absolutely.
So she got to tell you, he just put the head in. I stopped him. She always tell you that.
That's it.
She always tell you she stopped him.
Right. It only happened one time.
She ain't let him finish.
Yeah.
He been finished.
Yeah.
Because he was scared she was going to stop him anyway.
Right.
Listen here. Man, no, man. Wait, trust me, man. When a woman cheated, man, trust me. She did some things to him she'll never do to you. Because you might judge her if she do those things.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
She's more, she
Oh, man.
Oh, you ain't know that?
She did, and I already know what she did to me. She doing more than him.
What she did to you ain't nothing. Because she more free with him. Yeah.
Oh, Lord, way.
So,
He ain't never lied. He ain't never lied. The stuff your woman won't do, the stuff your wife won't do, she will let another man do. That is a fact. That is a fact. Don't never let that one slide by. Even I ain't stupid enough to believe that about any woman. Even I'm married and I ain't stupid enough to believe that one. What your woman won't do with you, you ain't got to worry about it. She'll do it with somebody else. She will do that with somebody else. Now, it ain't your job to trip on it because you can't pretend like what's happening to you in your imagination is real or not in that moment. But don't never think that any of us men, got a monopoly on the sex life of a woman. You don't. You might have her doing 90% of what you love. And you might be doing 90% of what she loves. But you better believe it's that one dude or two dudes that's out there on this planet that's walking around that can give her that 10% that she will do with him that she ain't gonna do with you. Because she's trying to save face with you. She wants to be looked at the loving wife. She want to be seen as the loving girlfriend. I don't want my husband or my boyfriend to see me as nasty like that. But the boy toy, shit. All the stuff they'll say no to you. The boy toy get it. No questions asked. That, what he's saying, that's 100% correct. Don't let that one slide by you.
Lord. You did more around your parents than when you weren't around your parents.
Well, I just
that's why that started. Drinking started because of that. The first woman who cheated, the man, he missed a bunch of stuff up. It was alcohol, juices, and beers. And he said, I can't take it.
Lord have mercy. Wait, that's what they doing?
That's what they doing, because when they cheat, they could be because
they can be free.
And she tell you what she really want to do in the bedroom, you might judge her.
Right.
And you gonna be like, hold up, why you want to do that? What kind of woman are you?
Who taught you that?
Yeah.
Where you learned that from?
She got imaginations in her head too.
Yeah.
That Popeyes, he gonna do all that. She like bring the flour home in the grease and fry me like a chicken. It's all kind of stuff in their head they want to do, man. I had one girl, it was out in high school, because dude would talk about me in the street. The only time to mess with a dude girl is when he be talking about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I used to fight. All my fights was about, okay, I hear you talking about, I'm going to get your old lady. You know what I'm saying? And I was hitting him, and he called, and I made her answer the phone.
What? Yeah. Come on, Wayne, you playing with fire, Wayne.
Yeah, I know, that won't go home no more.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You play with fire now.
But yeah, so the women, when it came to women, I was the guy they were cheating with, so that's how I knew women. My brother's scarred right now. He said growing up with me made him not trust women.
Right.
Because I be dealing with a girl, and when I see her, hey, you know what I'm saying? So.
And she be with a man, and he know.
Yeah, he don't know.
No, I'm saying your brother knew.
My brother knew.
But he didn't know, absolutely
not. A woman leave the house real quick, go cheat. We see, a woman want our time. So when a woman make you cheat on your girl, she wants your time because she jealous of your relationship. So she gonna make you take her out one day.
Yeah.
But that woman, she gonna leave the house one day to go to the store real quick. They gonna take her 9 minutes. She gonna either go to her homegirl house or go to his little spot and give it to him real quick and come home and serve and be the best wife or girlfriend to you. They don't better girlfriend and wife when they cheat. Because they feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they feel that they got that off them.
What?
Yeah.
So by 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
So they got to make them a little
when
wrong.
a woman with the same man, because see, women are us, but they get judged for being like us.
Right.
So they'll never tell you they like us because we judge them too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I say we because I'm a man, but I don't judge women. That's why I get a lot of women, because they can feel when you don't judge.
Yeah.
But when a woman, man, come on.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
When a woman lay up with the same,
just be good to me.
When a woman lay up with the same man, you think she turned on every time too? Just like we be like, we want a new one. Yeah, this same moves. Oh, he woke up in the morning, give me something from the side. Oh. If I knew life was like this, I can't wait till I get to heaven, because this ain't it. Same routine, gotta go put up the kids, baby good, come here. You know
Yeah. You on a routine, you on a schedule, because you got kids.
Man, one day she wanted to just wake up and just be on the floor.
Yeah.
With Debunking. She tired too.
Right.
Yeah, that's why she be like, take me on a trip. So at least do it.
Change the scenery.
Yeah, change the scenery. And we go on a trip and get what we do. Same move, turn to the side. Now we on the beach, sand everywhere. It ain't comfortable as I thought. It just women. I feel sorry for women out here, man.
Have you ever been caught cheating?
Caught? Well, they thought they caught me cheating, but I was grown. You just ran up on me. He caught me. Get in the car. What you doing here? I'm a grown person.
Right.
I don't believe two grown people should tell another grown person what to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I was here,
you wanted to be there.
Obviously, I wanted to be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you got in the car and went back home,
I didn't go.
You went back upstairs?
Huh?
You went back to the...
I jumped in I had got my sister's truck. I did try to be respectful.
Yeah, you tried to hide.
I tried to hide. I was in my sister's car.
Yeah.
She took me on a high-speed chase. Yeah. She took me on a high-speed chase, but I won. And I went to this other girl's house, and she fried me. This when I was eating tilapia fish. She fried me tilapia fish.
Yeah.
With hot sauce on it. I was like, I should have been here anyway.
You should have been, yeah.
Yeah, because she cooked me something to eat.
That's when you was eating meat back then.
I don't eat meat. Yeah. I love the one cook, boy, go to that house and they cook me something to eat. Boy, listen, you about to be together. Yeah, I kept some women now.
Right.
I've seen so many more women cheat. And being a woman myself, I get to be an insider to the things that women talk about. And yes, they will admit to one another that they cheat, but you will never hear an ounce of remorse. They always victimize themselves. What they'll say is, instead of saying, you know what, I cheated, it was wrong, it was dishonest of me, it was betrayal, and I'll never do it again, what you will hear is, well, I cheated because I had to. He wasn't giving me what I needed and what I deserved as a woman. And all the other women will, jump right in and, be victims and victimize her, saying, oh, you poor thing. He should have treated you better. You take care of his kids and you do this and you do that. And he should have appreciated you more and you wouldn't have had to go screw another man. But it's really quite scary how they do that. But they're never remorseful and they always shift the blame.
I was in college at the time. I was in my room chilling, watching movies and shit. Or she came crying. So I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, I did something bad. I'm like, just talk about it. Calm down. What'd you do? You remember Marcus? Yeah, that you says pretty much can walk on water like Jesus Christ. Yes, I remember him. He was over at my house. I'm like, okay. He had took a shower. I'm like, okay. He's walking around in boxes with a boner. I'm like, okay. Yeah, he got in the bed with me.